What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live on 4/21/2020, April 21st, 2020. For all y'all who didn't get that, we are live here on this beautiful Tuesday night for another Tuesday night panel conversation. It's not just any panel conversation; it's the last one before the dynasty is built, ladies and gentlemen. It is the last one before we get our young pieces to start this new dynasty here in Miami, man. I know a lot of y'all are excited already. Listen, you already know I'm excited. I've been telling y'all I've been nervous for 2 weeks now. The nerves are starting to get away from me, but tomorrow they'll probably go right back up. But listen, y'all, I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. I'm excited. Hopefully y'all tune in to the draft party this Thursday night starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on TD Fins Talk. We got the panelists. We're going to have Reason. We're going to have Mr. Ballgame. We're going to have Finsanity. We're going to have EM Dolphins fan. Esteban may step through. Vic Costa's coming through. And many more, guys. We're also going to be allowing a few people to come on during some selected picks. So make sure you're here. Make sure you're on time. And that goes for Finsanity as well, because she's the one that always make us late on Tuesday night. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. But anyway, but we're live, y'all. I can't wait, but we're about to get started. But before we do, a few house things. TD Fins Talk has the P.O. Box now. Check it out in the description of every video going forward. Also, you can check me out on Twitter at TD Fins Talk, Instagram, TD Fins Talk. Facebook is TD Fins Talk, and my content can also be found at dolphinstalk.com, ladies and gentlemen. Now, don't forget to check out Reason and EM on Finside the NFL. I'm going to say that one more time. Don't forget to check out the boys, EM and Reason on Finside the NFL. They're over there doing their thing. Show your love, show your support, as always. That's our family, y'all. But without further ado, it's time to bring the panelists on. First and foremost, we got the Don Dada. We got the man from Canada. I ain't talking about Drake. Reason! What's up, man?
Yo, what's good, man? Much love for that shout out too at the beginning, bro. Respect.
Always, man. How you doing today?
Man, the energy is real, bro. I can feel it coming off of you, bro. I got goosebumps going on right now because we're only 48 hours away, boys.
With the first overall pick, Ryan Tannehill traded to the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Man. But here we go. Who else we got with us? We got the OG, triple OG himself, the cool, the calm, the collective, if that's how you say it. He backstage like, Mr. Ballgame! What's up, man?
What's good, fam?
I'm great, man. What's going on with you? You ready for Thursday?
Oh, man, yeah, it's been slow motion, man. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of faith in Flores, man. I think Greer doing exactly what he need to do, man. They gonna take care of us. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter to me at this point now. I know we've been going over the last couple months about what they're gonna do and how they're gonna go about getting this team where it needs to be. But you know, at this point, I don't think they can miss. So for me, I'm just excited to watch the ride, man, and watch the because like I said a long time ago, we've never done a rebuild. So this is the first real rebuild for the Miami Dolphins, and I'm just glad to be a part of it, man. To actually see it in my time, because it's all new to me, for us anyway.
And that dynasty being built from the beginning. That's the important part. We're going to look back 5 years from now as the alphas of the NFL, and we're going to sit back and say, I remember when it all started. I remember when it all started, man. Let's do it, baby. And last but not least, at least for now, you know, EM ain't allowed to come on until about an hour in because I don't allow buffoonery on the panel. But anywho, we last but not least, we have the queen herself. I already used the Don Dada. Hold on. She backstage like, we got Finsanity. What's up?
This is why I'm not showing up until 7:45 because of this. Hi guys. Oh my gosh, Reason's here, Mr. Ballgame.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing, sis?
I'm great. Sorry, guys, for being late. I just got my hair, done for draft night, so it's
You good.
wrapped
You
up and
good.
all
Don't
that
listen to
stuff.
TD.
Told y'all it was insanity. She just admitted she was the reason we was late.
I try to be as honest as I can, so blame it on me.
Late,
Huh?
Every week
Hi,
she 15 minutes
Ronnie.
late.
Shout out to everybody in the chat section. Shout out to Inside the NFL. Oh my gosh, I love your content, Reason. It's so deep and amazing. I really had fun watching you guys mock draft that one time. It's really good. You're welcome.
Inside the NFL, y'all.
I gave you the wrench. I gave you a wrench. I gave you a wrench, Finsanity.
I got a rogue. See, now I gotta be committed. Now I got you, Reason. Thank you so much.
No, I gave it because you're asking so many good questions. So
What's good, Elder? What's good, Elder? I see Elder shouting us out in the chat. What's good,
Elder Bruce Jones, what's up? Shout out to the comment section, man. Everybody, hold on. Who's the first one in the room? Oh, I think we done passed it. I can't even see now.
Reason I gotta pick your brain where I can,
Shout out to Rhinos.
I do still don't know how to say that man's name.
I never know how to pronounce it. Jose Cabrera, Stevie TV, Nelson, I see you from Facebook. Benjamin Gonzalez, Darth Vader, Mr. Miami 305. Everybody checking in the comment section. We got 200 people in the
ball game.
He's
that ball game for president. Hey, don't even mess around with that. My wife was on me about a month and a half ago, asking me when I was gonna start putting my name in for local, like the local offices and things of that nature. She said I'd be perfect for politics. So,
hey, let's do it, ball game. You got some free advertisement over here, baby. Let's get them votes.
Yeah,
ball game for Presidente. That's what's up, man. Big boy Fins News in the building. We got Jay Griffin, Ronnie Nelson, Flipside Fishing. Everybody, welcome to TD Phins Talk. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in. We have over 200 people watching, only 81 likes. Show your love and support. Alan Mitchell here. Who's that?
EM's in the comment section. EM, you gotta come on, man. This is the last one.
He probably.
The restraining order ain't lifted for another 30 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
EM, no, here come the link, EM.
Y'all not in the comment section. Y'all not gonna do EM like that. Y'all not.
For those who are backstage, which is like 6 people right now, you're gonna have to, only 10 people can be backstage at a time. So y'all gonna have to go from backstage and let EM in because this is Tuesday night. We typically do panelists only. So that being myself, Reason, Finsanity 5, Ball Game, EM Dolphin Fan, Esteban comes in on occasions, Vic comes in. Outside of that, it's Tuesday night, guys. No malintent intended whatsoever. But y'all, we already know that by now. Most people should know that by now. So everybody backstage right now, I'm kicking y'all from backstage. So don't take it personal. It's just Tuesday, and this is what we do on Tuesday.
That's one of them days.
Just one of them days. See, y'all got me on one today. Because we about to build a Super Bowl winning team, man. We're about to build a Super Bowl winning team. So we're going to go round robin real quick. And we're going to get opening thoughts from each of these gentlemen and ladies. Hey, Finsanity, I corrected. Don't do that to me. We're about to get opening thoughts before we get started. And we're going to start out with Reason at the top. Right. And don't forget to check them out on Finside the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know your opening thoughts, Reason. We are 2 days away from making major decisions in this franchise. What's on your mind right now, and what's been just circling through your brain, man?
I'm convinced that the first 2 picks are going to be offensive tackle and quarterback, and I've said this, I think it's going to be either 2 at 5, and then they move up with that 18th pick and they go get Jedrick Wills, or I think it's going to be Andrew Thomas at 5 and they move up and they go get Jordan Love. I think one thing that I've loved to see over the past 2 days is you're seeing some smoke start to settle, and with sources coming out to Tony Pauline, close to Stephen Ross, basically indicating that Justin Herbert isn't the pick. And it's not, it's all died on him, and that it's basically Tua or Andrew Thomas. That's where I'm gauging that from. Tony Pauline's been very, very correct when it comes to us, man. The guy works at like a 99.9%. So, you know what? Like I've said, If you give me Jedrick Wills or Andrew Thomas, I can't be mad. If you give me Tua or the guy that I've been banging the table about, the only other quarterback other than Burrow and Tua worth investing a first-round pick in, Jordan Love, I can't be mad, bro. You know, I just, if people really want to go open their eyes, and I hate to promote something, but go watch this guy. His name's Zach Schaumler. He's on Strong Opinion Sports. He just did his film analysis on the top 5 guys in the draft, guys. And this is a guy who he based his channel off doing film analysis to where he's got college teams and NFL teams, prospects and NFL players sending them footage saying, let me know whether it's the player, let me know what I'm doing wrong, or whether it's teams, check out this prospect, let us know what you see. And he had Herbert at 5. And he called Herbert a disaster, what I've been saying. Buddy, go watch what he was saying, and it was very eerily similar to what I'm giving all you guys with these top 5 guys, man. And Herbert, I'm telling you guys, it's, you know, when Chris Greer said the tape shows us what a player is, if he watched Herbert against Washington, Auburn, or Arizona State, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. He's not worth it, man. When you watch those tapes, or even against Cal, he looks like a second-round talent. He does not look like a top 10 pick. I'm sorry. It doesn't happen. And when you look at Jordan Love, man, you see way too many things, throwing off the angles and the platforms he does, his quick release, his mechanics. When you see that in 2018, when he had that phenomenal season, he was working with okay at best talent. He didn't have a good offensive line. He didn't have good receivers. He had okay receivers, an okay offensive line, and he put up 30-plus touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. So when you look at it, man, there's way more. I've been telling you guys, I love it. There's way more to love about Jordan Love than there is about Justin Herbert, and Tua and Love. One of those 2 guys are going to be our quarterback come day 2. When that day starts, I'm telling you right now.
I was just gonna say, reason. So give everybody the 2 scenarios again that you're hearing.
So what I'm hearing is this is how it's going to work. It's going to be either 2 at 5, and then we move back up for Jedrick Wills. We've already talked to San Francisco about the 13th. We've already talked to Arizona about the 8th, and Arizona apparently has been actually receptive. And it's either going to be we move back up for Jedrick Wills, or it's going to be we take Andrew Thomas at 5, and then we move back up and we get Jordan Love to secure him.
Nice. Well, we shall see. Hey, before I move on to the next person, ball game, would you be good with both of those scenarios?
Yeah, I'm good with. I mean, listen, I think I said it a long time ago, and I'll reiterate it again that I know what the fan base wants. So it wouldn't be in their best interest not to give the fans what they want in terms of another quarterback. You know, we really want that. I don't think a lot of people really give Jordan Love the credit he deserves for what he was able to accomplish without having the quartet of receivers and offensive line like Tua and Burrow had in college ball. The kid's upside is phenomenal. I loved him. I used to watch him. I actually even got a sports subscription added to my DirecTV package so I could watch their games on Saturdays because they were out of the region, obviously. But in the same sense, I don't have an issue either way. Quarterback's never been the thing for me, but I know what's needed. I know what the fan base wants. But as long as we secure a left tackle prototype to replace Tunsil, I think we can do a lot of great things, and then we can still find the other pieces. But yeah, I'm good with both scenarios. The Tua thing for me, and I'll go on record and saying it, I don't have any issue. I never had an issue with the kid. I love his game. I just feel like I would rather go in with the guy I know that has faced some major adversity to get to this point and is willing to scrap, fight, and make his name off of whatever's given to him. And Jordan Love got to where he is, even to be in this conversation based off of the fact that kid has some grit to him. There's a lot of upside to that kid. And I would love that would be the best scenario for me. But if we go with Tua, I just keep my fingers crossed that he stays healthy. Can't deny the kid's mechanics. Can't deny what he was able to do at Alabama with the quartet of receivers he had there. But I want to see him do it because all of our guys aren't, even though they're in the NFL, they weren't as good as the group that he had in college. He arguably had the best group of receivers. You know what I mean? Aside from the LSU group, which was pretty decent too. So either scenario for me, I know I'm a little long-winded, so I apologize for that, TD. But either scenario is good for me, man, because it doesn't, I don't think, involves us giving up a lot of capital, and we can still go and do a lot of the other things that we need. Get Raekwon in the second round. You know what I'm saying? Move up some of those picks, probably to get up a little higher in the second, because I don't think he's going to last past pick 40, truthfully. So we're going to have to be up there somewhere to get him. You know what I mean? But, in the same sense, I'm good with it, man, because I know the fan base wants a quarterback. Ross wants a quarterback. So if they can sell Ross on grabbing your tackle first and then getting Jordan Love and then build up why they taking Jordan Love to put competition in the room, and he has a lot more mobility than Josh Rosen does. He has a cannon for an arm, and the kid's upside is just phenomenal. If they can sell Ross on that, I think that'll be the route that we'll go, and it won't cost us as much in terms of, because the tackle is going to be, I think moving back up to get the tackle is going to cost us a little more in terms of bargaining power with somebody as to moving up to a position to snatch Love.
Well, ball game. Well, first I want to come back to you in a second. Ball game. I'm gonna bring someone else in. But I want you to think about this when I come back to you, ball game. What about this talk about keeping the 5th pick and moving up to the 3rd? I'm gonna get back to you on that because I want to hear your thoughts on it. But before we do, we got one of the legends himself backstage. He's sitting there ready with his finger pointed, ready to tell you. What's up, EM? Shout out to y'all.
Hey. You already know what time it is, homie. What's up, everybody? Ball game. What's good?
Can I just say something? Can I just say something quickly? Because I see Flipside Fishing saying is sitting there saying, I can't believe you guys are feeding into rumors. I told TD before we went live, I was in the DMs with people that are connected. I was not going off of what I'm hearing, and I had people in the DMs hitting me up and saying, "This is what I'm hearing." And
I can vouch for that.
And I told DM, I told TD when it was just me and him before we went live. So it's not just what I'm seeing in the dirt sheets. But continue. It's Finsanity's turn, I believe.
Well, before we come to Finsanity, I wanted to invite one more person on for a little bit. Huh?
I said, okay, this is a full panel tonight. I'm
really,
loving
TD?
it.
Really? What?
What happened?
I'm excited to see who it is.
Okay,
we got a full panel tonight.
Do you think?
Yeah. I'm just hey guys, man, y'all beat me up. Y'all don't even know what's going on. No, I'm just playing. No,
I thought Tuesdays were for the special people. That's what I thought.
EM Dolphins #1 fan paid me to come on and talk to you.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'm tripping, bro. I'm kidding, bro. Go ahead.
I'm just kidding with you, man. I wanted to bring on the homie. What's up, Batman 2423? What's going on with you tonight, man?
How's everybody doing?
Good. Is that the draft? It looks like it.
Yes.
I
got this hat last season, right at the beginning of the season at the game.
Okay.
How's everybody doing?
We're good, man. My draft
Good.
my draft hat sitting on the side right now, waiting on Friday probably. That's what I'm aware of. But I want to come back to you real quick, ball game. But what's up with you, Batman? You good?
Everything's good. I've been listening to you guys for a while now, and I'm thank you for the opportunity to bring me on so I could give some insight on the Dolphins.
Absolutely, man.
It's a pleasure, bro. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I said I wanted to have you on for a little. I appreciate you coming through, man. But ball game, I want to come back to you. Then we're gonna go to Finsanity about the question I asked you about keeping the 5th pick and then going down to 3. So having 3 and 5. Do you think something like that can actually go down?
Well, it could happen if we are doing it in terms of guaranteeing. Who's at 3 right now? Lions?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guaranteeing the Lions enough capital to, I guess, entice or entertain them for this year and next, because they're they're a bit of ways away from being able to do something special in terms of their rebuild process. It's been scrapped. It's been all over the place. They'll start on one side of the ball and try to finish that, and then lose the pieces before they actually even get a chance to transition to the other side of the ball. What we're doing is different. We're loading up both sides at the same time and then filling in the pieces through the draft, which is essentially what most of the organizations that have been successful over the years have done. You know, if you go too heavy on one side, you still have too many deficiencies on the other side. So moving up would be a good thing for us, but at what costs? You know what I'm saying? In terms, because we still, I don't want to give Detroit everything that we're gonna be basing our rebuild process on, because this is only year one, right? You don't count last year's season because that was just the precursor to the first official year of the rebuild, which is this season. So we still got next year to look forward to in terms of tying things off and grabbing top tier talent, you know, out of the draft and bringing those guys along. So I don't want to be giving them too much just to move up to secure a quarterback, when if the people behind us aren't willing to do it, then why be rash and rush up and go do it? Because me personally, the difference between the two guys in terms of where they are between Tua and Love, and their ceilings isn't even really close to me. I think Jordan Love has the higher ceiling. I'm gonna say it. I think he has the higher ceiling. I think he has the better chance of longevity and more success overall long term in the NFL. But with that being said, if we're looking to do what people, because at the end of the day, they still got to play to the organization in terms of the fans and give the fans what they want. Tua's been the name. The sports people have said it. That's a lot of pressure. So to move up to get somebody at 3 or get that pick, it's got to be. That's probably who it will be. You know what I mean? So that nobody else secures him, and then from there, take 5, and then we out of the first round. Then at that point, because you definitely got to give 18 and 20.
I mean, just sitting here and looking at the trade value chart,
you don't have to give it up to get it.
The 18th, the 26th, the 39th, and the 56th are what it would take to move out if you don't put the 5th in.
Yeah, all gone. So that's a lot. So we essentially grabbing 2 players, and we're not even remotely even entertaining a second. And the only way we get back in the second is probably based on what people know we're trying to do, is we're going to have to give them something from next year.
That's just not good.
Thirds and fourths and fifths ain't going to get it. That's not, you got to have something tangible that they can be able to say, okay, well, we need something. Okay, well, let's take, because we got 2 next year. So somebody going to want a first just for us to get back into the second round. They going to jug us like that. Not to say, and don't nobody get upset with me, but that's just how it's going to work. They going to jug us. They're going to try to take us for whatever they can get from us just for us to be able to get back up into the second round and get what we need. So I don't want to offend nobody by making that statement, and I hope I didn't, but that's what's going to happen. They're going to look to rape us. Whoever it is, ain't going to be no fair play in that, because they know what we're trying to do or down here in, down in South Florida. So if we go up to 3, it's going to take a lot to get there. I don't like it. I think being at 5, we get to decide for ourselves how in depth or how far we really want to engage in moving around these picks and things of that nature, because the contracts that we did sign with the guys that came in, they aren't real long-term contracts. I don't think we really signed anybody other than Jones. Jones got the longest contract.
Yeah, they're lined up with the end of this draft class, basically.
Right, exactly.
Other than Ogba.
Yeah.
Other than Ogba.
Other than Ogba, right? So
perfect timing. But let me ask you this though: would this soften the blow? Trading all those assets for the number 3 pick, just to trade back with the 5th.
And that's that. But then,
is it counterproductive?
Yeah, man, because we already, no one else is right now sitting prettier than us.
Yeah.
So why trade all that away just to go back and try to get it all back?
Because the person you want is at 3. You have a fear that he's at 3. Even if that's Tua Tagovailoa, he's at 3.
But you already got a contingency plan. You already got a contingency plan to get your other guy.
Okay.
But Greer already said though he has 8. They have 8 players already identified that they love in the top 8 players, and we sit at 5. So if 4 of them are gone, that still gives us 4 guys that they love at the number 5 pick.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Why chase? Why run and chase it if you have identified that those 8 guys, without a shadow of a doubt, will be guys that you will be 100% comfortable with drafting at number 5? You ain't got to chase. You don't have to run out and go do the end of that. And he said that out of his own mouth. So I'm trusting and believing that they're going to stay at 5 and get the best player or get the guy that's highest rated at number 5. And I still believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that the Chargers won't jump us. Chargers will take Herbert, right? They don't have the capital to really jump up like they want to. When you look at it, they do, but they be giving up a lot more than us, actually, in terms just to get up there. Of course. And then they're out of it altogether. They still got holes to fill. So I don't see them jumping us. We should just hold pat. To me, stay pat. Stay where we at. Grab Tua at 5. I agree. Trade back. Trade up 18. Do whatever you got to do to get back in there and then get your tackle. And then
the only way you should consider trading up to 3 is if it's reasonable. That's all.
Yeah. Exactly. But it's not, but you know as well as I do reason. It's not going to be reasonable, bro.
Well, then I don't trade up.
Would you look? So let me ask you a question. I'm the Dolphins, and I'm calling you on draft day, and I'm asking you to give me your 3. Are you going to be reasonable with me? Are you the Lions? You're the Lions.
I'm going to tell you the Chargers are giving us.
Dude, if you give, I think you giving me the 5th and the 26th is very reasonable. Especially for a team where I need to plug players to win now. I could go get at 5th. I could get Derek.
I'm talking about you, the Lions. You the Lions.
Yeah, right? I know. I'm saying if I'm the Lions, I could 25 at 25 at 5. I could go get Derek Brown, who apparently the rumor is today that they like Derek Brown at 3. So I could get Derek Brown at 5. Then with the 26th pick, I could go get Jeff Gladney. And then now I've got my corner. And then I've got my defensive guy because
if they're that reasonable.
Do you really think they're going to be that reasonable though?
But those are the only first 2 picks I'd be asking. Other than that, if you were to dangle your 2nd round or your 3rd next year, that's pretty high value. Because I'm including the 5th too, right? So the 5th, the 26th, and the 2nd or 3rd next year, or even this year, that's a lot, man.
So you're including 5. 26.
26.
Even 18,
I said 5 and 26 to start with. That's way more than reasonable. If they called you up and said that,
that's different. That's different.
But that would also be ridiculous for the Dolphins to do.
My bad. I thought you were saying 18, 26.
I'm not saying I would do it. I'm saying if I were the Lions and you offered me that, I would say yes.
Oh.
Well, before I move off of this specific topic, shout out to Archive Music with the donation. Said never been so nervous in my life. Trust me, I understand, bro. And before I move on to Finsanity, I want to finish out on this same subject because we're probably gonna start a new one. Anybody else feel there's any validity behind trading up for 3 and keeping 5? Before we move on, anybody else?
About it.
Yeah, let us talk to us.
All right, so obviously I've dissected, the draft from the beginning to the end. I've listened to countless, maybe 70-something mock drafts, and I'm looking at the specifics. The Dolphins trading up, obviously it's always been in the conversation because we've been linked to Tua, we've been linked to Herbert for years. So the question is, what are we willing to, if that's your guy, what are you willing to trade up to go get? Now, from the beginning, I always said if the compensation wasn't too much to go get Tua, I say you go for it. But I think at this point, Detroit has all the leverage. They could say, hey, guys, listen, the Chargers are giving us a 2nd and a 2nd next year. It could be smokescreen. They could tell us whatever they want, and we have to go with whatever they say. So at this point, I just think it's best to stay at 5, let the cards play. If Tua's there, obviously that's a dream guy. That's the guy I think that will take us and put us over the top. And if he's there at 5, we take him. I don't agree with taking Herbert at 5. I think that's too high of a risk to pick him at 5.
I don't think Herbert's a target anymore. But go ahead.
But I would try to get Tua at 5. I would stay put, and if it means giving up maybe 2 seconds, 1 second this year and a 2nd next year to move up to 3, I do it, but that's the best I do. At this point, I don't even want to move 26. I think we need tackles. We need too much help. We need too many pieces of safety. We need too many players to trade up, these picks. You look at teams like the Patriots. They all the draft compensation that they get, they keep. They know what they're doing. And we have a lot of holes to fill. So if we give up, our draft picks, it's not a good look.
That's what I'm saying. I like what you just said there, bro. About like, I just don't see Flores sitting in a room, right? People are calling, or we're calling people, and him not falling back on remembering that when Bill's sitting in the room, if Bill calls somebody, Bill calling them with the advantage in his favor.
Exactly.
You feel me? Not calling someone saying, okay, I need to move to where you are, and I'm going to give you all of this because I know this is going to more than just push you over the top to give me what I want type of thing. That's never been their way. And I just can't see how.
Yeah, but Bill's never. When was the last time Bill was even in this situation, though?
That's not. Was that? But it was.
He's always played from a position of being a winner and picking in the late 20s or 32.
No, when they first took over, they lost.
That was over 20 years ago.
But I'm just saying though. But their entire. But listen. But all I'm saying. Their entire process, right? That they believe in is that you don't have to give up the farm to get who you want. And if you have quality coaching, you can still take a guy. Because you guys have all said it, right? EM has even said it. There's been players that they've taken in later rounds and they've developed them to be superstars. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is that if you have premium capital like we have, why usher it out and give it away? Just to
Did ball game freeze?
Yeah, I have him frozen a little bit.
I think he froze up on us. But while we're waiting on him to come back, because I don't know if he froze. Finsanity, talk to us. What's been on your mind though? What's your thought process about less than 48 hours from now?
Well, first of all, happy birthday to Lakeisha. Just had to shout her out. She's always been, a loyal fan. And to word of mouth, no, we're not drafting all Bama players.
Wouldn't mind it.
I mean, it would be beautiful, but
we're not drafting any Bama players. But keep going.
Yeah, you wish.
Don't you dare!
We're at least getting Raekwon Davis. So
yeah. So, but as far as the next 48 hours, I'm honestly just trying to relax, not trying to think too much of it. Just like Batman. I've been looking at mock drafts, but at the end of the day, I expect them to do something that we may not see coming. Like, I don't know. So I'm just taking it in stride. I'll be here at 7:45, no matter what they do, whether we get Tua, which would, make me happy as long as Isaiah Simmons is not available at that pick. I have to preface that statement because I don't want somebody to be like, I'm backtracking. That would be great. But I'm looking at offensive line help, whether we do it with 5 or 18. Let's get one of those top guys early. Don't sit back and think that. I mean, I like Austin Jackson, but I like Austin Jackson because of his story. Because I got to see it this year on ESPN when they highlighted him, and that's how I actually found out about him, giving his bone marrow to his sister and, training away from the team just to make sure he was healthy and all that. But there are better guys. Don't just sit back and wait. Go after what you want and who you want. You're in this moment, and we as a fan base, we're ready to celebrate that night. And like I said, after the 5th pick, I'll be calm. I just want to know what they're going to do with it. I know Ian was trying to take bets on if they're going to take Tua at 5. I don't know if he's going to be live betting. So people in the chat section, those who don't think we're going to get Tua, go ahead and get some money, I guess. I'm pretty sure EM has the odds in his favor, though, because we are favored to select Tua right now, according to the odds makers. But just fill this team.
The odds makers also said we ain't gonna win but 6 games.
0 last year.
They always undercut us. By
the way, I'm releasing Tua's gas mask video.
Good. Then we're definitely getting him at 5. Cool.
We don't get him back.
I'm releasing
Send
it
it to me.
during.
I'll help you, bro.
I'm
on our
releasing
channel,
it.
bro.
No, I'm
Nah.
releasing it during the 4th pick so they can have something to
Hey,
think about.
buddy, the new CBA, that's allowed. So I'll put it on my thing. Why do you think I came
But
back?
it depends on what's in the gas mask. I'm gonna make it the worst.
Oh,
Whatever.
okay.
Oh man, I wonder what that does for Josh Gordon. Josh
Somebody
Gordon
put it in the
isn't
comment
technically on
section.
his team, right? Like, was he technically with Seattle still? I don't know. That's interesting though to see if
have
Josh
his
Gordon is going to be allowed to come back in the league, since allegedly that has been his issue. So
and he's only a couple hour drive away from British Columbia. And that's where the good stuff is, boys and ladies. So
I wouldn't.
I'm just gonna say that. Okay. So Josh Gordon gonna be out there living his life on the field, bro.
Wow.
I mean that I hear about the Northwest swag, but I don't indulge in any of that on any level. But just to the fan base on
Cali got that good too, though.
I wouldn't know. Just on Thursday, everybody come, have a good time, and don't overthink it.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we can make the picks. If we could, we really think that we could build this team. But at the end of the day, it's in their hands, and we got to let it go. Like, I've been trying to stay away from any news. I haven't even been on Bleacher Report because I'm tired of reading 20 different articles about 20 different things in regards to how we're going to be drafting. And
one thing I do know for sure, the last 5 or 6 months, we have collectively as a group given the Dolphins fans that actually attend TD's page more than enough information to think outside the box and look at the possibilities that could be in front of us. And for that alone, anyone in the chat should be singing high praises, because I don't know any place else that's giving out as much content as Reason and Finsanity and EM and myself and Esteban and TD. Man, I'm telling you, we flooded the block with information. Whether it was rumor, whether it was fact, whether it was just opinions, it's all good content. And at this point right now, anybody that comes away Thursday upset about whatever the Dolphins do, I don't consider you a true fan, because a true fan of this Dolphins organization would know right out the bat that we went out and got a guy that has nothing but the strongest desire possible as a coach to do what's best by this organization. If you don't believe in anything else, you can believe in that. That dude is a proven winner, and he is not about to lay down and have his name associated with anything of mediocrity, first and foremost. So I trust whatever they're going to do. I'ma love whoever they pick. And that's what any true Dolphin fan should do.
I mean,
the thing is though, I feel like because of, and I talked to EM about this, because of how much we've educated the fan base, I also think that if we pull a Browns and we come away with a Trent Richardson and a Brandon Whedon, everyone has been given enough info. Well, they'll know right away that we either made a good selection at that pick or we didn't make a good selection with that pick.
Yeah. But that's the best part about it though, right? What we have done as a group has given people a fail-proof snapshot, a suitcase,
every scenario,
full of information.
Everything.
When draft picks are actually selected,
nobody should be shocked.
Nobody should be shocked. Nobody can't say, "Well, who is that guy?" Because we covered it all.
Yes. No. If anybody the only way anybody should be shocked is if Andrew Luck unretire and we trade for him or something. That's the only way.
Which I hope. If it happens, do it.
You see, Gronk came back on the scene.
Man, listen. Between EMs and Reasons and Mr. Ball Games and TD Sources, we have been given a lot of inside information that I don't think you could get anywhere else. And the in-depth knowledge that they have brought to everyone, even me, let's just have fun. Let's just have fun and take it for what it is. And I'm gonna have my sparkling cider. Y'all can have, whatever y'all, indulge in. But
I'm gonna have my Coronas and lemons.
I don't have to work. I don't have to work on Friday, so excuse me, but I'm gonna be lit.
Yes, not a boy.
Yeah, Thursday night. Hey,
I gotta have a filter.
Hey.
Brother, I was telling Josh House. I'm like,
I'm
bro,
be lit.
I'm like, bro, I need dabs. I need dabs for this anxiety, bro. I don't need no day. I need dabs because this is anxiety level overload, bro.
TD, make sure you flag this one.
Hey man,
TD, I don't know if you want me on the panel Thursday, bro.
Don't even worry about it. Let me go ahead and practice. All right. I'm getting it together. Okay, we get it.
Yes, guys, sparkling cider.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna be feeling really nice Thursday, bro. I don't know if you want me. I might not be in my right mind on Thursday.
Yeah, one thing.
Are you Elva?
No, TD. You know what the number 5 pick is gonna teach us? It's gonna teach us whether EM Dolphin is a happy drunk or an angry drunk.
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna learn.
I was just about to say, I know one thing about EM.
Don't get into talking.
He's either gonna be real happy.
Hey, listen. As far as the 5th pick, as far as the pick number 5, we all know it's no secret, okay, who I want the Miami Dolphins to select at 5 or 3 or whatever. Just secure Tua, and I don't give a damn what you do with the rest of the draft, to be honest with you. But with that being said, okay, if they do not select Tua, I've said this, and I said it on our platform as well as multiple times on TD's platform. I am going to feel some type of way for a minute. I'm just being totally transparent with you. But I will quickly, hopefully sooner rather than later, I will transition to the individual or the plan that they put in place and whoever they select, and I will get behind them 110%. So,
we'll see.
We gotta trust them.
As long as they, again, I told you, Tua, we can select Tua, and Tua could stink up the joint like Josh Rosen has been doing this past year. I'm going to put that fire to his behind, just like I've been putting it to Josh Rosen and Ryan Tannehill and everybody else. I am about the logo. I am about doing your job, getting your job done.
Well, they gotta secure the whole line, and they gotta make sure the pieces are in place to protect them.
If Tua Tagovailoa is not getting the job done, I am going to put that match to his behind as well.
You better.
So
we're going to make sure.
That's 100. I know you will. I know you are, TD.
This is what I'm talking about. Somebody just wrote me this message on my YouTube page, said, because when we were talking about Tua, they said, this is a trash take. I'm unsubscribing when we select Tua and finally become relevant. Let me just reply. Why wait?
Facts. They just want to try. Listen, there's people who want Tua. There's people who want other players. At the end of the day, whoever gets picked, if you're a Dolphins fan, and the words of my brother EM, loyal to the logo. So
yeah, you either
that kills me with the. I tell you,
and we family. So if you shoot down your family.
Did you see the poll? Did you see the poll Adam Beasley put up where he said, Dolphin fans, will you spend less money on the Miami Dolphins next season if they don't draft Tua Tagovailoa? And there was about 8,000 or 9,000, and literally 43% said yes, they'll spend less money.
No, that's
crazy.
That's insane, man. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man.
They also the same people every year that say I'm done.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. You're not a true fan. I sat through 1 and 16, baby. I sat through 1 and 16. You know what I'm saying?
1 and 15.
I remember when. What year was that big? Was it
07?
2007.
I've been a fan since '78, man. So
Camarillo, man.
I remember. Hey, check this out. I remember like it was yesterday when I had first moved to Texas. It was 07 when we were 1 and 16, right? So I officially moved to Texas in 05, but it was a little after I moved there. I was walking in Walmart. It was the year of we were 1 and 16, right?
1 and
I was
15.
walking 1 and 15. I'm sorry, 1 and 15. I was walking in Walmart and I had my Dan Marino, my Dolphins jersey on, one of my Dolphins jerseys. And this dude comes up to me. He said, "Man, you got to be a true fan because if my team went 1 and 15, there is no way in the world I would be wearing their paraphernalia.
He's not a real
no
fan,
way.
bro. Stop talking to me.
He ain't.
So
He's not.
I used to work Continentals when that season happened. So every second Sunday, I would have to work till 5 p.m. So I would tape and I'd come home. And my girlfriend at the time, bro, she's like, "Why are you still watching this?" Anyways, our one win, remember, it came on was it a kick return or a punt return?
No, it was
Greg Camarillo. When they get Greg Camarillo,
Quick slant.
when they play Baltimore.
Quick slant, he ran up the right side of the field.
Right up.
Took off.
And that was like
it was Greg Camarillo, wasn't it Greg Camarillo?
Yeah,
it was right at the end, right? It was right at the end.
Yeah, right toward the end of the game.
Dude, I remember I got home and I went to put it on. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna want to watch this game." And I'm like, okay. So I watch it, and I was so mad at her because we were losing, and there was like no time left. I'm like, "Why are you telling me I'm gonna?" And then that popped off. And I'll never forget being so mad at her, being like, "Yo, why am I wasting my time?"
That was our
like that was tough, man. That was
Hey, question.
Miami Miracle.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah, bro. I don't understand. I don't understand these fans. I really don't.
yeah.
What would you
So-called
say?
fans.
What would you
So-called
say?
fans.
What would you say in the last 15 years is the worst draft pick ever by the Dolphins?
Deion Jordan.
Deion Jordan, yeah.
Deion Jordan.
John Avery and John Becker up there.
It's the fact that you traded up for Deion Jordan. That's what makes it worse.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you traded.
No, we had one worse. Mika Fitzpatrick.
We got a first round back from it.
Don't sit. I don't care. I don't care.
Hey, listen. I think Deion Jordan is the worst pick, but I don't know. That second round pick we traded for Josh Rosen. I don't know, bro. We got absolutely nothing in return. At least Deion Jordan.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Hold up.
We're not doing this.
Bro. Rosen can't even get on the damn field.
We try not to argue tonight, man.
Let me say something about Josh Rosen. So,
What's up, Batman?
Let's go, Batman. Let's hear Batman. Let's hear this, man.
I obviously Josh Rosen did not produce last year. We don't gotta hide the facts. We know, but at the end of the day, in Arizona, he had no line. He had the worst line in the NFL, and he arguably had the worst line in the NFL last year with us. So let's give him a try. Let's give him some line.
They don't want to do that though, bro.
I know they don't. They don't.
So did everybody else that played on the offense. Everybody had to deal with the same issue Josh Rosen had to deal with.
Obviously, yeah.
Why were they able to get on the field and have a level of success and he didn't?
No, stop that, EM. Stop, EM, because Ryan Fitzpatrick played no better than Josh Rosen in them first games.
I agree.
Bro.
The team came together. The defense played better against horrible teams.
You know why? Because they were tanking intentionally the first half of the season.
They
were tanking the first half of the season. They wanted to maintain. They wanted to be within striking distance of selecting their quarterback in this year's draft. So they tanked the first half of the season. They got everything. All of a sudden, by week 5, the play calling got better. Everybody started doing their job. Man, stop. They tanked the first half of the season.
I agree. I talked about that. I agree with that because I thought it was at the beginning when I would see the games. You see that we were in the game. The first half of every game. You look at the first 6 weeks. We were, except for the Patriots game, we were in the game. And towards the second half, we were a different team. I thought it was strange. If you look
at tanking, in my opinion, the grand scheme. Hey, listen. In 20 years,
Kenyon Drake was told to fumble the ball. Is what you're saying? Kenyon, Kenyon, we need a fumble.
It's a bit strange.
Hey, didn't you just hit a homie?
I think a better term to use.
Kenyon Drake fumbled that ball in the first half.
Yo, it's not tanking. What they did was it's not tanking. What they did was they tried their best to put them in a position to not succeed, and they ended up succeeding. That's what happened. They stripped the team down.
So didn't they say we was sucking for luck, and then we just started running off winning games at the back?
That's what we do.
One at a time.
So what I'm hearing you say is that for the first what 5-6 weeks of the season, they were legitimately tanking, right?
You said that yourself ball game last year.
No.
Then why we talking about
what I
Rosen?
said was, if you remember what I said.
I remember. I was sitting right next to you.
Listen.
You said the exact. You and I had a conversation. You said the exact same thing. So don't try to change it now.
No. I'm not trying to change anything. What I'm saying though is to what you're saying is during the games that we were tanking, you had the dude out there.
No,
you want to take him. You want to take him out back. You want to take him out back
against the Redskins.
That Steelers game though, when they sent that
team wasn't even dedicated to win it.
Ball game. The first and only time I seriously questioned whether they were throwing it was the Steelers game. When they sent the house right before the match.
I just think that was just miscommunication on the players. I think more than anything, I don't think that was a deliberate. They blew that call deliberately. That was miscommunication on the players.
Listen. One point, and not one point last year was the Miami Dolphins intentionally tanking.
In my opinion,
let me finish.
Go ahead.
What we're going to see here and ignore, I know that the play was exceptionally horrific early in the season, but what we cannot sit here and ignore early in the season is we had no offensive line continuity. It was the worst thing on the football field in the entire NFL. Not only that, you had receivers who are better than what they showed dropping dimes. I don't care who was throwing it. You had receivers dropping dimes. And then on top of that, you had running backs that should have been traded last year fumbling in games that were still possible. We actually could have won the Dallas game had those turnovers, those stupid plays not happened.
Let me ask you this: 85 to 90% of those drops, of those fumbles, half did they occur in? If you go back and watch the
first half,
they always happen in the first half.
Yes, sir.
I wonder why.
Yeah,
come on,
he doesn't try.
Bro, this is my opinion. I could be totally off base. I could be totally.
So what are you saying with that? Because I don't know why.
Listen. My point. This is what I think in the grand scheme of things of what their approach was at the beginning of the season last year. They wanted to stay within. I think they delivered. They totally last year, the first 5-6 games of the season. I think they just, I'm going to say this. Winning wasn't their priority. I would say that. Okay. So
not with a new scheme.
They lost those first 6 games. Okay, so I think that they decided, well, we've lost these games. Let's just let's implement a plan to where we can try to figure out and work towards next year. Figure out which players that we deem that will best fit our system that we can potentially hang on to moving forward next year. And while maintaining, in terms of the loss column, maintaining, being within striking distance of jumping up and grabbing their quarterback, which is where the 5 wins came in my opinion.
So let me
ask you, that was a strategy from jump.
Let me ask you this real quick, bro. How long Coach Flores been a head coach before last year?
No, he's been an assistant his entire career.
He's never been a head coach. How long was O'Shea our offensive coordinator in his career?
First year.
What about my defensive coordinator?
Graham.
First year.
Bro, they had to figure it out themselves. Plus, you got the youngest team in the NFL. I mean, there's too many factors that point to why we sucked early on.
And the most walk-ons of anybody in history.
I don't want to feed it. I don't want to feed into it because I just believe that they stripped the roster down and just put them in a position.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But, isn't it kind of funny, though, that they get rid of O'Shea and they go the complete opposite with Chan Gailey, with a guy where Flores can just be hands-off and, you run it.
I think that had more to do with they didn't
want to go through what they did last year.
But I think it was more of I'm a brand new coach. I'm gonna bring the guys that I know that understand the same philosophy. Let's go to Miami. Let's put some work in. Soon after we evaluate, hey, this guy I want to replace next year. And there goes Chan Gailey, and that's who I want. You know, I don't think it was more so, hey, let's bring in all these rookie coaches so that we could sub. You know, I don't think all those things put together was that reason. If they could have won 16 games last year, they would have. There was just too many circumstances. Now, don't get me wrong. This is just me guessing off the top of my head. There were maybe 3 occasions that I can remember. I can't remember because I can't name them, but I remember last year about 3 different occasions that I was puzzled in my head in the game. Like, why did we do that? That's common sense. Flores, why didn't you challenge that? That's clearly, you know, there were certain little things that was, man, we got 2 minutes left in the half and we had a 40-yard line of ours, 30 yards to field goal range, and you taking knees and running balls. That's when I was like,
tanking.
But I also noticed in those games, the offensive line was so bad that it was like, let's take this into halftime.
Horrible.
But again, honestly,
if that's the case, we could have lost to the Bengals. We let them come back in the fourth. Like,
no, but I think it was the second half of the season. I think we weren't in tanking mode anymore. I think we wanted to prove that we could win with some of the guys we had. At the end of the day,
exactly,
we give credit to coaching. We got to give credit to coaching and player development.
And again, going by their record, their record, they were within striking distance of. Again, why did they amass all this capital? Okay, this surplus of capital. In the event they found themselves in a position where they had to make a trade-up. That's what the goal was.
Well,
we played good teams. Our team just wasn't up to par. We didn't know how to finish. At that time, they were young. And then we had the whole
Baltimore
scandal in the middle of
the 8 weeks of the season.
Well, they were young. They were bringing.
Hold up.
They were young. Your point about them being young, they were even younger towards the end of the year because they were bringing in so many undrafted. There was such an influx of players at the second half of the year. And in the first,
the talent wasn't the same.
You can make the argument that talent was worse because they was hiring dudes off that was working at Lowe's 1 week, getting them a workout on Friday, and letting them start on Sunday.
Well, I know one thing. Some of them guys that worked at Lowe's was playing better than Xavier Howard.
That was the same team that beat the Eagles but couldn't score a touchdown at MetLife Stadium. I was there. How many times were we on the Jet side of the field? Why? Because our kicker made 7 of them. So don't, if you want to say that and put it on that spectrum, then what's the name? But no, they were still a young team. They were still learning, still growing. We saw develop and come together.
Well,
like I said,
let me say that they were tanking while they were
their
talent.
Like I said, they can say whatever they want to say. It's going to take Jesus Christ coming down here and telling me, son, listen to EM, you're off base by having that mindset about your team. That's what it's going to take. I don't care what Flores says. I don't give a damn what Greer says. In my opinion, the way things transpired, okay, from a stripping the roster down standpoint, from a play calling standpoint, everything from start Josh Rosen from day one.
Hey, well, here's the kicker.
They were deliberately trying to tank, bro. Stop.
Here's a kicker. Just so we clear, even though we went out and gathered all these players and all this other stuff, there's still going to be a learning curve.
Yeah.
There's going to be a whole nother learning curve all over again. So
it's true. We got new coaching.
Prepare for that.
You know what? Well, that's why they brought in these veteran players. That's why you get a Kyle Van Noy. That's why you bring in a player like that.
But
he's a quarterback. He can get everyone. I guarantee you, lad, the presence of Kyle Van Noy, what that would do to that defense is you won't see as many breakdowns and miscommunication that we saw last year.
You know what Kyle Van Noy's purpose is? You know what Kyle Van Noy's purpose is?
That would be non-existent.
Kyle Van Noy's purpose is to train up Van Ginkel. Teach the young boys because he ain't no spring chicken no more.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I said. That's what I said, Bob. That's exactly what I just said.
Okay,
I'm not paying no attention to whoever this fool is.
He's not a fool. He is not a fool. He is
I'm not paying no attention to
Katie Salter, I appreciate the comment, man. I didn't know. I couldn't have said it better, bro. Hey, let let me conclude this argument saying this: if we didn't tank last year, Flores and the staff did a hell of a job, regardless.
Well,
If we did tank early last
They did
year,
a horrible job.
then
TD. That's why.
or we could say they actually did a scary good job at still making things happen at the end and trying to do what they did at the beginning.
See, I think
I agree.
I think Flores nullifies the tanking motion when he comes out and he said, "We're starting Fitzpatrick because the guys in the room believe he gives us the best chance to win." To me,
and they did that.
That's not a tanking mentality. And then they won 5 out of 6.
They were tanking. They were tanking when they had Josh Rosen as a starter, bro. That's the number one indication of a tank job when you're starting Josh Rosen as your quarterback. Okay, so when he, like Reason just said, when he reinserted Ryan Fitzpatrick into the starting lineup, that's when he got out of that tanking mentality and attitude.
I'm not doing this tonight.
But
I don't give a damn what they say.
Fitzpatrick's stats in his first 3 starts weren't any better than Josh's, but that was a tank job, right?
The fan base wanted Josh Rosen.
All right,
We
man.
were calling for Josh
Hey, move on to
Rosen.
something else, bro. Move on to
We
something
were
else.
calling for Josh Rosen.
Something else.
He
Move
was
on to
out of
something else,
shape.
man.
He was out of shape. That's why he was out of shape.
Moving
That's why.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was out of shape at the end of the season too, not being able to throw 15-yard out too. But
Stop
it is
it.
what it is,
Stop
right?
it.
He did. That arm failed him. That arm failed him.
QBR, 8th in total QBR, 3,500 yards,
Against who?
20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Okay, you right.
All right, but listen, man. Here's what we're gonna do now, man. But first off, I want to get Batman because I have someone else I need to let in. I want to get your final thoughts before I let him in. Talk to us, homie.
Well, thank you again, TD, for giving me the opportunity to jump on here. Guys, if anybody wants to tune in, I got a podcast, but Dolphins Junkie. You can find me anywhere. I'm putting podcasts right now, little by little, once a week. And I appreciate. I wish I could join you guys and see if I can tomorrow. But thank you again for giving me this great opportunity. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for joining us,
All right,
man.
homie.
And hit me up in
Be good,
email.
homie.
Hit me up in email so I can definitely help you out, bro, if I can.
All right,
Great job,
appreciate it. Thank you,
Batman.
guys.
Great job. Thank you.
All right, Batman.
TD,
What
you can
up?
take that. TD, you can take that buffoonish that whatever that is off that screen, bro. That's getting on my nerves.
Listen,
You can take
man.
that off.
Listen, I know
Please
one
feel
thing.
free to take that off, bro.
Hey,
know one
good
thing.
words. If it don't apply, don't worry about it. People say all
I'm
sorts
not.
of crazy
I'm not. I'm not.
Don't let it bother you. People say all sorts of crazy stuff.
I'm not.
Listen, hey, I will say this, man. You're gonna be calling on a Monday when we don't select Tua. What's up, Esteban? What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just watching Ricky run all these highlights, man.
Esteban, you ready, man?
Don't do that to yourself, man. Why you going back that far, bro?
Man, dude, I ain't seen artistry on the field like that in a long time. That's what's up, Reason.
Yo,
That's what's up, Reason.
Esteban, I gotta shout you out for getting us the shout out on the Big O show, bro.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to tell you about that, man.
I appreciate it,
forgot.
bro. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
shout out Reason, man, bringing out what
With
was
the
that?
worst with the worst being an ex-wrestler in my evaluation.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that part of his background, man. I would love that guy at 5, man. I wish we could have it all, get a quarterback and that guy. But, I mean, if we could trade up somehow and get a quarterback and that guy and, and do that 2 picks in the top 5, dude, I'd be happy. Honestly, I mean, I'm at the point now where I want them to be aggressive if they have to, man. I don't want them to sit back, if they don't have to. And then, just kind of, I don't want them to be sitting back and having to maneuver around the draft based on other teams' decisions. I feel that we got we got enough picks to where we can just, if we have to be aggressive, just basically, I'm getting to the point where I'd rather us take control of the situation than let the situation control us. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely not worried, man. I have a hunch that they're gonna do whatever they need to do in the draft and go that route, man. Of just being aggressive if they have to be, or that's what I'm hoping. The other thing that I was gonna tell y'all is I know everybody's saying that Burrow
TD do
is
3 rounds, do 3 so we get that 70th pick in there.
Oh,
What was that?
Damn, TD, you doing it, man? You doing another mock draft, bro? Oh my god,
This the last one, bro.
Hey, man.
You got to do the
man,
final
I'm so
one.
sick. I'm so sick of mock drafts, dude. Oh my god,
Bro,
man.
we have one tomorrow. What are you talking about, bro?
I know exactly.
That's playing.
Exactly. I'm tired of it. I'm sick
Hey,
of it,
listen,
bro.
EM gonna
This
be
is my last one,
Hey,
so.
let me tell y'all something. EM gonna be doing mock drafts on Friday, trying to select Tua since we don't. Like, I gotta relive it.
All he
Come on,
gotta do is
man.
go on it. All he gotta do is
He
go
be
on
like, there he go, right there. Why
Make
did
me
he?
trade.
I am so sick of these mock drafts, bro. I don't know what to do. I was like, man.
Hey, it's our last one, man. We got to give it to him, and hopefully we can come up with a good one, man. It's our final one, man. This is a significant one, at least I'll put it like that, man. Let's go ahead and give them what they deserve, man. It's all right, Ian. We're gonna take all your picks anyway.
I hear you.
Let's do this.
Burrow number 1, Chase Young number 2, Okuda number 3, Tristan Wirfs number 4, gone. Number
Isaiah
5,
Simmons.
You ain't gotta
Isaiah
ask me.
Simmons is on the board.
You ain't gotta ask me.
Not happening.
This is
Go to reason and
this is
Not
what
happening.
Flores. I mean, this is what Greer was talking about. Eight players that are the
highest
fifth
rated
pick.
player, bro. I'm sorry.
Because
Well, get it right.
Because
TD.
look
Quote
at the
him
players-
correctly now. Don't quote him correctly now. Don't listen.
I'm sorry if I was wrong. Correct me.
Don't misquote him now. Get it right. Continue. I'm just stopping you because you known for that, misquoting people. So go ahead.
No, I'm saying. Come on, tell me what he said. Was I wrong?
No,
He
no,
didn't
no,
say
no.
There were 8 players worthy of the 5th pick.
Yeah. I'm just saying get the entire quote correct. That's all I'm saying. Because you're notorious for picking, he can make one statement and you're gonna take all you're gonna do is take parts of it and highlight those that support your narrative. So I'm just saying get the entire quote correct. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so
Go
in this
ahead.
situation, did I get the quote correct?
Well, you said that he did say that there are 8 players that they consider worthy of the 5th overall pick.
Well,
Yes,
to be
well,
honest with you guys, he said 8 or 9.
Yeah, he did 8 or 9.
Okay. Well,
That's even better. 8 or 9.
Y'all forgive me, okay? There's actually
Bro,
8
I
or
don't care.
9.
We're gonna be here arguing over semantics. We're gonna be here all night.
So let's
get through this.
Let's talk. I just want to bring up those other 5 players, even on this mock, that are available. That he probably was talking about at this point. Derek Brown being one, Andrew Thomas being another, Mekhi Becton, Isaiah Simmons, and Justin Herbert. Then probably the other 5 that he was talking about that are worthy of the 5th pick.
Jedrick Wills is in the is up
Wills
there.
up there too.
Yeah.
Jedrick Wills, yeah.
And 2 was probably 10th on that list, y'all. Just so y'all know.
I hear you.
So
if you put a gun to my head, the guys they would be selecting between right now would be Derek Brown, Andrew Thomas, Tua, Isaiah Simmons, and Jedrick Wills. That's
so
who
are you picking right here, Reason? Look at the talent on the board. Who are you picking?
Bro, the gap between Tua and Love and Herbert is too wide for me. So I have to get my franchise quarterback, bro.
Tua Tagovailoa or Justin Herbert?
No. Okay, bro. Don't insult me like that, brother. I'm taking Tua. Right here, I would be torn between Tua and Simmons, but because usually franchise quarterbacks value-wise win out, I would take Tua Tagovailoa. If I wasn't taking him, I would take Isaiah.
I just don't want to misquote here. So Tua, all right. What about you, ball game? Right here, all the players on the board right here.
As rough. I mean, if it were me, I'm going defense. But I mean, I know what the fans want, so I know they gotta live, man. They gotta live in South Florida, bro. And
what does Flores want?
Defense.
What does Greer want?
That prototypical bookmark to protect the investment of the quarterback position. Especially when the class next year is even better, but arguably, people want Tua. So
it ain't about the people. Who are the Miami Dolphins going to select, or who should they select right here for you?
Andrew Thomas.
Ooh, man. Finsanity?
I've been clear on this. My answer has not changed.
We got enough linebackers.
Who is
Simmons
that?
would be awesome, but
Who is that again, Finsanity?
I've been very clear.
Name it again. Let everybody know.
For the EM, I've been very clear.
Tua Tagovailoa.
I've been very clear. Go to EM.
All right. EM.
Do you really have to ask me, bro? Really?
I want to make sure I don't misquote you later.
I want the best player in the 2020 NFL draft, and that's
Derrick
Tua
Brown.
Tagovailoa.
Isaiah Simmons.
That's Tua
Tua.
Tagovailoa.
Okay. All right.
Tua Tagovailoa.
What about you, Esteban?
Get it done. Get it done.
I'll be honest, man. I do like Derrick Brown, but I've seen mocks where he's actually fallen out of the top 15, man. They're starting to come up with reasons why this guy's not a top 5 pick. That don't scare me. But in all honesty, we need to give ourselves as many options as we can at this position. So I'm gonna go quarterback, and I'm just gonna go with Tua.
And Tua Tagovailoa.
Esteban, about time you got some damn
Welcome
sense,
to the
bro.
dark
Let me explain, man, because if he don't work out, we got 2 first-round draft picks next year.
he ain't
Get
playing.
ready,
He
gotta do
ain't
this.
playing.
But
He ain't playing this
he
year.
probably ain't gonna play, Esteban.
So we
But
won't
that's
even
what-
know
Not with
that.
a full
This is what
camp.
I'm saying.
Man, stop.
We're still
we
gonna
can't bring them
see what he's
guys
got
in.
They
in
ain't playing that
practice.
kid, man.
We're still gonna see
bro.
what he's got in practice and training camp, man. We're still gonna know what we have on
If
our
they
hands.
allow
We'll
us
be
to
there
meet.
for him.
Yeah, Flores told you. He
That's
told
the
you
way I
about
see it is-
Rosen. He said that a player does not have to be on the field playing on Sunday for them to get a firm evaluation on a player. He told you that last year. So stop with that nonsense.
So it looks like
I'm
our
just gonna
pick.
give myself options, man. I'm gonna give myself options. So where if this guy is not what I want this year, we're gonna do it next year. But we have
won't
to
know
find
that,
a
though.
quarterback.
Dude, why like if we have 14 picks and you don't move any of them, why not draft James Morgan or Anthony Gordon in the 5th or 6th? We got enough picks back there where you can make that pick, man. And they're really high on James Morgan, so it makes sense, man. Like, James Morgan would beat out Jake Ruddick. I'll tell you that right now. So
And Josh, you forgot about Rosen too.
Nah,
Would
he
he beat
not
out
beating out
Rosen?
Rosen. No.
Would he beat out Rosen? Reason?
James Morgan and him would be our future quarterbacks moving forward. James Morgan would be the number 2 guy for sure.
Listen, if I had to pick right here, I would actually go between Derrick Brown and Isaiah Simmons. It would be Derrick Brown, but Tua Tagovailoa has 3 votes, and he will be our 5th overall pick, ladies and gentlemen, here on TD Fans Talk based off of the panel. Tua Tagovailoa will be your quarterback of the 2021 Miami Dolphins, not 2020 because he ain't playing.
I'm not 100% who FinSanity put her vote in for, but I
Herbert goes to the Chargers.
Esteban, if you've been watching and listening, I've been very clear. If someone was available at the 5th pick, I was picking that guy. I mean, that's if you've been listening.
Simmons.
Who was that?
EM, you have not been listening then.
I haven't. Who was it?
Simmons.
Wow. Oh, Isaiah Simmons. You know something though? If Tua was not available, if somebody gave up half their draft and jumped us to 3, if Tua was not available, I would entertain Simmons at 5 because I'm going best athlete at that point. Either a trade down or
Just
I'm
do that
selecting
anyway.
Isaiah Simmons. No, you need your quarterback.
They're not making no run to the Super Bowl anyway. So, but this kid gonna sit. He got to learn the whole year. So
no, I'm taking.
So I'm just
building
gonna
up the pieces around him.
I'm just gonna. Can you show me the tackles quickly?
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
Is Wills gone? Is Jedrick Wills gone?
We had a runoff of tackles. We had
there you go.
Okay, I'm going off the board. Give me Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy at 18. Xavier McKinney went right before that to Dallas. Wow. All right, so you got Jerry Jeudy. You going wide receiver. You're gonna go ahead and link up Tua and Jerry Jeudy.
So you're saying what Isaiah Ford did against the Patriots wasn't good enough for you?
He's not.
Or you're not trusting Preston.
Not in the same realm as Jerry Jeudy.
So Wilson gets traded.
What are you gonna play for a slot?
You can play him anywhere. You can put him in the
Yeah,
starting.
Jeudy can play anywhere, but I'm just saying.
Outside anywhere. Dude, I'm gonna get one of the best.
Preston running routes now.
Yeah, but okay, that's great for him. But I'm gonna get one of the best route runners I've ever seen on tape, who not only has speed, but he also he gets his separation off technique, and that's a rarity to have a guy get separation off technique, but also has the speed.
You ain't got to sell me on him. I just.
So I'm saying,
we need
right here.
There's plenty of receivers. This draft has deep, so I don't think we need.
I'm going off the board right here.
I respect it. I respect it.
Show me the free safeties.
I respect the pick.
We're no, I'm going. Oh, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Show me the safety still on the board.
DeAndre Swift still on the board, baby. He's still on the board.
I'm not taking a running back this high.
No, I'm not either. I'm not
taking the safety that's high either.
You got Grant Delpit, Antoine Winfield,
yeah,
Ashton Davis. Well,
what about the DTs?
Defensive tackles.
It's slim pickings after Raekwon Davis, Brown, and Kinlaw, in my opinion.
There you go.
To be picking this high, to entertain picking.
You're not going
picking them this high.
Yeah.
There you go, ball game. Yeah, defensive tackle.
Is Josh Jones there?
No. Yeah, he is there. But you can get him at 26. Josh Jones is under tackles. He's still around. But look at his ranking. You can sit there at 26 and get him. You don't need to take him at 18.
I can't see it.
TD, can you take off this comment? Because it's kind of hard to.
Oh, my bad.
No offense, DraftKings, FanDuel, GPP, Central TV. Thank you for your donation.
All right, let's see. And let me blow this up, man.
What's the best player available at this point?
It's Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy.
I just don't see the need for a wide receiver.
I'm not taking a wide receiver this high.
No.
I understand getting them because one of Tua's guys and you just got Tua, but Tua's tackle's no longer available.
He's a top 10 talent. This guy's like a top 10 talent.
I respect opinion. Things, variables change. You're welcome, Scotty Joe 22. Variables change. That's why I said I respect the pick because no one's going to see it coming. Everybody's probably thinking.
Finsanity, go look at best players available, and then Judy's the only one that would make sense taking at 18 because we can't trade back here. Because you don't have the trade available. Do you have trade available? I don't think so.
No.
You got Jerry Jeudy.
Technique can be taught. I'll take Delpit.
So wait, did CeeDee Lamb go already? Somebody took CeeDee Lamb before Jeudy?
You're gonna take the worst tack. You're gonna take the worst tack.
I know, right?
Hey, that's technique, man. We got one of the best
defensive. There were times on film where he wrapped them and they still shook him off, bro.
Listen, that happens. That's gonna happen. But if you can teach a guy to become a better tackler.
I'll take Antoine Winfield or Ashton Davis.
Ball game. You don't lost your mind if you picking Delpit over Antoine Winfield, bro. There's no way.
I'm taking for the size element, bro. You can take both of them. You probably
I
get
take both of them.
So that's who you got. That's who you got. Delpit.
You said Winfield gonna play free safety anyway, right?
He can play any position.
All right, you can play free. You can get him at free safety, and then we still got enough picks now at this point where you can get Delpit too. Now your secondary is completely done.
I'm just not big. I'm not high on Grant Delpit. I'm sorry. I'm just not high on him.
They were high on him. Everybody was high on him until one game, huh?
No.
He didn't have.
I remember now. Don't say no. We were
Hold on a sec. Grant Delpit had one game this season where he didn't have a missed tackle, and he had multiple games where he had 4+ missed tackles in one game.
Yeah,
so it was all season.
Grant Delpit was solid prior to getting hurt. Right? He was solid. Injuries happen, but we were all slobbering over that kid.
Not me.
Especially last season. He made his name off the last season.
Me and him have been talking about Winfield Jr. Me and him have been talking about Winfield Jr.
All right, let's take Judy and be done with it. Best player available. We got to argue.
Who you got this ball game?
I'm taking my safety.
Okay, Delpit. And what about you, Finsanity?
Roll Tide. I love Jerry Jeudy. what's his name, my bro, but I don't see Delpit. I've been big on Antoine. No one's getting a running back right now, and there's no need to take a defensive tackle. I'm trying to think of anything
technique. So
we know. You know what, Mr. Ballgame? We know you can teach technique because you was teaching us last year when you was talking about certain players and how
Flores can too.
No.
Yes, sir.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
But my thing is like, if you get Judy, who's getting traded?
You ain't got to make the statement, Ian. We'll see.
Who's getting traded?
Grant Delpit is a Rashad Jones clone, is what he is with tackling issues. And we saw how the marriage, and we saw how that marriage turned out between him and Flores. We saw how that turned out.
Well, who you got?
He's not available.
Hold on. Let's get this pick in. Who you got, Vincent?
I don't even know what to understand where that come from. When Rashad was arguably one of the best safeties in the game at one point.
He wasn't under Flores, though, was he?
What that got to do with anything? He also 30 years old.
Listen. Rashad Jones trying to get out. Listen, I love Rashad Jones. But Rashad Jones was undisciplined throughout his career in Miami. Let's keep it 100. Okay?
Yeah.
He was undisciplined. He could not cover tight ends.
Hey, Rashad Jones played the way he played because they had a bunch of dummies out there trying to coach him and didn't know what they were doing.
He freelanced way too much. That's documented, bro. And Flores is about discipline.
TD, I'm gonna go Judy, but trade Wilson along with that. Like I feel like mid-draft trade, someone call and see who wants
Jerry Judy. Man, we got 2 Jerry Judys already. And listen about this Rashad Jones thing.
Like giving Tua a young guy his guy, but now I gotta start moving chess pieces, and people are getting traded like that. People are starting to drop from our wide receiving core.
To be honest with you, Insanity, I didn't even take Tua into account. I'm just going because to me he's a top 10 talent, and he's sitting there at 18. That's why.
That is a point. That is a good point.
I'm just saying, if Tua has to come in the second half, like if they say, God forbid, like the last 3 games, they want to give him some experience. At least he has, a comfort blanket. Like remember, Jarvis somehow became, Tannehill's comfort blanket because he was a possession receiver, and Judy's that, and then more. So at least Tua will have some familiarity out there on that field, and he's not going to have to overthink it because he already knows his players' tendencies, he knows his players' movement, and how to read where he's going to go on those option routes before he even lets that ball go. So that's the reason why I'm saying it.
Y'all making me so mad right now at this second pick, man.
Things change. You don't want to do it. We didn't even want to do it.
Hold on. Let me hear the rest of these first before I even go off.
We didn't even want to do it.
Yeah, who you got, man? On the second pick.
Judy is enticing, though. He is a top 10 talent, no doubt about it. I just don't. Listen. I just don't want to take a wide receiver at this point, bro.
I agree.
Can you scroll up? Can I see the other players, TD? Just go scroll up. Yeah. Hang on.
Now you're reaching at 18.
But I'm pretty sure there are teams that would want to trade up.
Well, no,
because the Raiders might say, "Hey, let's swap real quick."
TD, go up a little further.
Because they're looking for a wide receiver, right? Eagles might say, "Hey, do you want to trade?"
I realize though. The problem is selecting Tua Tagovailoa at 5 creates an unbalance in our 18th pick.
No, listen.
Not being able to trade up. Not being able to trade up.
Listen. In this scenario, with what's left on the board, if you're just going in terms of value, Jerry Jeudy would be the pick. I mean, the dude. Man. He's a top 10 talent, bro. He's a top 10 talent.
Dang, y'all don't think Tua needs to
You know what? Esteban is about to make sense. I know Esteban is about to make sense. You know he ain't playing, but go ahead, Esteban. Who are we getting the second pick, Esteban?
Man, I ain't even playing. I ain't gambling. I'm going O-line, man. I don't care if I'm reaching on Josh Jones. I gotta get him before somebody else does, bro.
You remember Jonathan?
We just drafted Tua.
Really? You remember Jonathan?
He's not playing.
You remember Jonathan?
We just drafted Brittleback Mountain, and y'all ain't gonna go offensive tackle at 18.
Tackles in the second round. You're acting like they don't exist.
Yeah.
But still, you get the best one. You
Bro,
get
I could go into the second round and come out with Isaiah Wilson from my right side and Prince Tega Wanogo on my left side from Auburn, and I'm set. So
they better than Josh Jones.
I'm not going to reach on Josh Jones here. Josh Jones is a left side guy. I got a right quarterback, and his strength is run blocking, not pass blocking. So yeah, I'm not going to reach on a guy at 18 when his strength is run blocking, not pass blocking.
I agree 100%.
Ball game. Who did you take?
Our O-line is going to start in the second round.
No, I'm going to get Josh Jones is there at 26.
And you can get, exactly. You can get him at 26.
Let's see how this turn out. But hey, we already was going Jared Judy anyway. We got more points than that.
Hey, ball game.
I actually was going to trade that with one of what's her name.
Hey man, we had already, in my opinion, if we had no ability to make no moves,
there you go.
You're going to get
Josh Jones at 26. That's my
get a quarterback, but at the same time, then
wow, you picked Grant.
I'm gonna finish my defense.
You had Grant.
This guy took
I'm
Grant.
Man. Hold on. Let me start it off.
Bro.
You don't have to start it over. Don't worry. It's good. It's good. We're good.
You get rid of Albert Wilson and you insert Jerry Judy in that role. Can you imagine? Oh my God, are you serious?
Okay.
Pick up another pick next year for him.
Yeah, but now we're screwed at tackle because we should have taken Josh Jones at 26.
I mean, it was a human mistake. It was human error.
You just go. No, it
don't matter. He'll make do. You know, we got Davis, so
we should still be able to pick the picks.
Well, that 18 pick is probably going to be different now for sure.
So what Ballgame was saying about Delpit, man, he got hurt in the second week, man. He got bit back on his leg and he shouldn't have been playing. I think he missed the next game. The guy should not have been playing. You could tell that it affected his game the whole year. I think he made it worse by coming back. I think he came back to her.
He had tackling issues in 2018 too. It's not a 1 year.
Exactly.
And so it came back the same way.
Same way.
No, I said 18 is probably going to be different, is what I said. Maybe not.
Who did we pick? We picked Jared Judy, right?
Yeah, but give me a tackle if they're there. Are you kidding me?
Isaiah Simmons fell all the way to 8.
There goes Jerry Judy.
Crap, man.
Cool.
Hey, is Ruggs on the board? If y'all were going to take Judy, why not take Ruggs if he's available?
I don't think he's available.
Oh, what's your 18th pick?
Yeah, because now it's Chase on. Now it's Clavon Chase on instead. I'll take DeAndre Swift.
Who you got, ball game?
That perfect.
Yeah, I take one running back.
So you got Swift?
Yeah.
Wow, we actually okay.
My guy.
Be the Lightning to Jordan Howard's Thunder.
You want me to move it down some, Fincenti?
Oh, you was waiting on me? Oh, my bad. Yeah. Man, listen, I'm not going to get into the nuance of who's available at certain positions because we know that we're going to get some of them later. If they want to get their running back, that's fine. If that's who we want, like I said, go out and get the guys you want. Everyone knows I love Jonathan Taylor. I mean, we ain't going to get into the nuance of how y'all feel about him, but if we go on running back at 18, we can go get Swift. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you already know. That's my guy, bro. They're Swift all day. You already know.
About you,
man, hey, bro, it's not even, I might as well pick the same guy, man. I mean,
who would you have picked?
What I have picked, I would still have gone with Josh Jones, man.
Me too. I would have pulled the trigger on the
old line. Why does everybody keep saying McKinney? McKinney is not available.
We can reach. Hey, we can be reaching all we want. I would still pull the trigger on.
I would.
You remember Jonathan Martin, bro?
Yeah, but you can get him right now. You can get him right
now, bro. Do I need to refresh your memory?
Josh Jones' name is Josh Jones. Ain't Jonathan Martin.
He might be worse. He might be worse than Jonathan Martin.
Tua might be worse than Pat White.
How are we going from?
Stop.
Tua might be worse than Pat White.
How are we even doing that though? Because I recall there being discussions where we was talking about his efficiency as a pass blocker.
Who? Josh Jones?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're
blocker.
talking about. You didn't discuss that with me. You didn't. You might be talking about somebody else. But you didn't discuss that with me. You didn't. Because if you discussed it with me, you got an accurate evaluation. No, that dude is. I think he's a good fit for this for us in terms of his ability to move people in the run game, because I think they are shifting to that implementing that power scheme that Flores referenced consistently last year. So, but I'm not reaching for him. Well, it just depends how the board falls. But he's considered reach.
We don't have to worry about it. So,
to be honest with you, I've been hearing that Miami's they have a very little interest in him as well, or at least what they've been showing.
No, been very little interest. Probably just to go up and grab one of those other guys.
Well,
and then ride with Davis until somebody else falls to him. So,
reason who you got at 26?
So this is where I take Josh Jones because he'll protect the left side. Tua, he can watch the oncoming traffic, and it's mainly for run blocking. I think I believe it was Justin Reed today, came out and said that what he's hearing is the valuations are very, very varying on Josh Jones, where he's heard as high as a first and he's heard as low as a third. So I would take him here because with what we're trying to do in the run game, it makes sense. He's not protecting the blind side of a Jordan Love or Joe Burrow, so I have no problem taking him here at 26.
What about you, ball game? At 26, you got J.K. Dobbins, Josh Jones, Jordan Love, Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Murray, Isaiah Wilson, Yatir Gross-Matos, Cesar Ruiz, Ezra Cleveland, Jalen Johnson, Antoine Winfield, AJ Epinesa.
Give me my safety, man.
You going Winfield?
Yeah.
All right. Finsanity?
That time you got some damn sense.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to go because
I picked the safety in the other one, so don't come at me. I want at least pick one side of the team before we do all this other stuff. If you're saying that we can get these guys in the second round and all this other stuff, give me my field general for my secondary.
We went offense the first two picks, and I know Flores now has a voice in the room, and he's going to want his safety. So go ahead, give me Antoine.
Antoine Winfield is EM?
Yeah, for me at this point, considering what's available, it's between Winfield and Cesar Ruiz.
And Winfield, who's 36 on this board, and y'all talk about we reaching for Josh Jones. Come on, man. What about you, Esteban?
And I didn't even make my pick, TD. Can I make my pick, bro?
I thought you said Winfield.
No, I said it's between Ruiz and Winfield at this point.
Oh, okay.
I love Antoine Wingfield's game. I really do.
Make me proud of you. Make me proud on this one.
Bro, it's got to be Ruiz or Josh Jones here. We haven't addressed the line.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go in terms of value. I'm going Cesar Ruiz in terms of the offensive line, the better player. I'm gonna go Ruiz. Because I think you're gonna be able to plug him in from day one, and he'll be performing at a high level. I think. And
where are they gonna play him? At the right?
Me personally, either you're gonna play him at center and slide Karras to right guard, or vice versa. Keep Karras me personally, my approach would be to keep Ted Karras at the center position and slide and put Ruiz at right guard, because I think Ruiz is the better athlete. You can take advantage of that.
That's more likely
athleticism.
That's more likely to happen.
Karras.
Karras is on a 1-year prove-it deal, so they're going to want to see him at his natural position in the best position possible to succeed. That's why I find it hard to believe they're going to move him out of the center position.
Yeah, I think this kid, whether you put Ruiz at center or guard, either guard spot, but obviously it won't be the left side because you consider we got Eric Flowers in free agency, but I think Ruiz, that dude is a plug and play dude from day one. You can get a high level production out of him next year.
But my question is, isn't Karras technically on a 1-year deal, right?
He is.
Yeah.
So Where is it going to hurt us less long term if he decides to leave? In your opinion, EM? Just asking.
No, he leaves. He leaves. He leaves next year. Even if he has a very good season, he leaves. Let him walk. Collect the compensatory pick the following year and slide Ruiz back in. So move him right back to his natural position at center. And you got your center for the next 10 years.
You can't collect the compensatory pick off of him if you let him walk as an unrestricted.
Why not? Why not?
Because you got to trade him.
Yeah, if he leaves,
no.
You don't get compensation.
Unrestricted free agent letting him walk. I thought that
Jawan James was a draft pick for us, and we didn't resign him.
We had the option.
He played up past his draft selection.
So we have to draft the player. Okay, let him play out his contract. Let him walk in free agency. That's the only way we will be compensated in terms of compensatory picks. Is what you're saying?
If you trade a player you picked up,
trade him.
Yeah, unrestricted free agent.
Say I draft you, right? Say I draft you in the 4th round, right? And you play stellar, right? And you outplay your draft position, and we come time to negotiations, and you don't want to re-sign with me, and another team signs you in free agency. You know what I'm saying? Then the league compensates me for the fact that I drafted you, but I'm losing a top-tier player from my organization now.
And see, I understand that, but I thought that applied to even if you sign a player in free agency and he plays a year you don't re-sign him and you let him walk.
No,
I'm a little cloudy on that.
That would have been the case for the Patriots had they not had Karras on the deal they had, because Karras was he was on their practice squad and they brought him on and all that other type of stuff and brought him up. So they didn't get anything for him at all.
But look, they got a compensatory pick for Trent Brown, and they didn't draft him. They got him off of San Francisco's practice squad.
Because San Francisco, because he was. I think that only reason that happened was because
you have to be tender. You have to be tender.
His snaps when they got him were with them in the organization, and he developed under their organization.
I'll get some more factual information on that.
You have to be tender. You have to be tendered. You got to
have a contract. You got to.
From my understanding, you have to have some type of rights for the player. So therefore, you trade him, or you have a 5th-year option that you don't exercise. So you're losing talent. Basically, the only way you get the compensatory pick anyway is if you lose more talent than you bring in.
Right.
Well, that's exactly what happened with Trent Brown. He turned out to be a Pro Bowl. He turned out to be a Pro Bowl tackle. They lost him in free agency because they did not want to pay him, and they got compensated for it.
So here it says, teams that have lost more compensatory free agents than they signed in the previous year receive between 1 and 4 picks, somewhere in the 3rd, 7th round. Teams that gain and lose equal numbers of players but lose higher valued players. That's the key. Their value has to go up. Can also be rewarded a single 7th round pick. So basically what they're saying is that if you have a guy and you have a guy that's tendered to you, but that guy, if they don't want to sign with you and you lose them, the league feels like you need to be compensated for losing that player, because most people are going to build around players they develop inside their system and become good players.
I understand.
Yeah, so I mean, there's multiple ways of that could be compensatory, but one of the biggest ones, like Jawan James, we had him, we drafted him, and we had all hope that he was going to resign with him. He did.
And check this out. And also, New England didn't draft Hal Van Noy as well. They picked him up off the waiver wire from Detroit. They didn't draft him. He played for them for 3 years, and they let him walk, and they're going to get compensated.
You might be right, Ian, because I'm not seeing anything in specifics of
listen.
draft.
Compensatory free agents are determined by a formula based on salary, playing time, and postseason honors. They got a compensatory pick because Kyle Van Noy, who came to them, however he came to them, exceeded and elevated his stock. So New England,
he got paid more than what he originally got paid.
Yes, exactly.
Guys, let's get back on the topic. We're going to be here all night.
Yeah, but that's not what Ian's saying. Ian's saying that players that aren't under contract can still be compensatory picks, he might actually be right in that regards because I'm not seeing the contractual thing.
Compensatory.
Yeah. I'm a little cloudy on that, but I think
not every free agent lost. Oh, it says not every free agent
Oh,
lost.
here it goes.
Not every free
In
agent
order
lost
to
to signed by a
qualify,
club is covered under this formula, though.
here it is. In order to qualify for the compensatory equation, a player must have been a true unrestricted free agent whose contract had expired or was voided after the previous season. He cannot have been released by his old team. Generally speaking, he must sign during the unrestricted free agent signing period. So basically, he does have to be, the player has to be under contract. It cannot be an unrestricted free agent that was cut by the team.
The language.
I mean, it's right here. It's right here. It says, in order to qualify for the compensatory equation, a player must have been a true unrestricted free agent.
Which means they're not under contract.
Whose contract had expired or was voided after the previous season. He cannot have been released by his old team. Generally speaking, he must sign during the unrestricted free agent signing period, which is weird because
exactly. That's exactly what that's exactly what I just said, bro.
Did we get?
If you let them walk, you sign Karras under contract. His contract expires next year. If you choose not to re-sign him, you let him walk. And depends on his level of play and what contract he signs with another team. Depends on the higher value of compensatory pick that you would get compensated for that particular player.
No, you're correct. Tell me, who did we get a compensatory pick for recently?
Juwan James.
Juwan
James. Kenyon Drake. Well, not Kenyon Drake. Cam Wake. It was another one too.
Was it Robert Quinn?
Robert Quinn. Was it Robert Quinn? Yeah, because he signed. No, we traded Robert Quinn, didn't we? No, we traded Robert Quinn. He wasn't unrestricted.
Yo, we need to make this pick, guys.
Well, all right. My bad.
The comment section are getting real antsy with us.
They'll be all right.
Don't nobody give a damn. Don't nobody give a damn. Don't nobody give a damn.
All right, so 26. Who do we leave off on?
It's Esteban's turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Jones now because I think Ruiz will be there on our next pick because we got an early pick. So
who did you say?
You said Josh Jones.
So we had more people select Josh Jones.
I don't know. What did you pick?
Josh Jones.
It's been so long. Then yeah,
we do.
All right, let's go. We got Josh Jones. Now we're moving on to the.
Ruiz is going.
Oh, gone off the board.
Well, there's still Matt Hennessy and Lloyd Cushenberry. So
Jordan Love falls to 34. Jordan Love went.
It was funny because in the last draft, the Patriots took him in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me, Jordan Love.
So I'll go. And have we taken a running back?
Yeah, we took Swift.
Yeah, we took a running back. So
I'll take Antoine Winfield right here.
What about you, ball game?
What we took? We took
who
else?
Tua, Swift, and Josh Jones.
Yeah, get the safety.
Winfield. What about you, Anthony?
Winfield.
What pick is it anyway? The second pick of the first
you already know
round?
This is the first pick in the second round.
You already know I'm going Antoine.
And Esteban?
Winfield
it is. I would have went O-line again, by the way. Reason. The 30... Wait, no, excuse me. I'm
56. We're going 56.
The 56 pick overall coming up soon.
I'm just looking at the names real quick.
Can you show me the tackles?
Better, but we got screwed because Juwan James got hurt. He only played in 3 games, and we ain't getting nothing for Cam Wake.
Cam Wake had that real good game, and then
we got
hurt or something.
Yeah, the fourth rounder that we got would have been a third, but Juwan James got hurt and only played in 3 games. And then
I
the
mean,
Bills got
what do
another
they have
wide
him ranked?
receiver.
Ooh, Niang.
But they have him ranked 67th.
Still.
Okay.
But do you risk that?
We're not
being
picking
extra
again
70
until
to
70.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So, well, I'm just seeing if the board I could get him at 70. Who do I have at center left? Are Matt Hennessy and Silver and Cushenberry?
He should be. Cushenberry went off the board. I didn't see Hennessy's name go off yet. Hennessy's still there.
We might be able to get him at 70.
Wow, and they have him as an interior defensive lineman instead of center. Okay, yeah, I'll go.
Well, that's all the interior offensive linemen. The center included on this list.
Go back to the tackles. Is Jack Driscoll and everyone gone too? I'm just
Jack
trying to gauge. I'm trying to gauge the right tackle situation. That's all.
No, he's not. Yeah. I'm sorry. No, he's dropped, man. I thought he'd be higher than that.
Matt Pert plays right tackle too from UConn. He's really good. Yeah, I guess I'll go Lucas. I'll go Lucas Niang here. I guess.
What about you, ball game?
Man, at this point, I don't know. What do we need? We need.
Pull up them defensive tackles, TD.
How a good one go? Unless old boy from Utah still there.
Raekwon Davis.
I'll change the Raekwon.
Yeah, go to Raekwon Davis. There we go.
That's where I was going, but I was
defense.
My guy.
Should have went Derrick Brown, but anyway, Finsanity.
Raekwon, please, thank you.
Well, that's you too, Ian.
Oh yeah, you already know.
What about you, Esteban?
I'm good with that, Raekwon.
Is he 57 too? Yeah. So
yeah, that was a good pick. Right on.
I'll take Lucas Niang if he slips to 70.
I'm watching Hennessy's going.
He does. So let me go all available. All right.
Yeah, he's there.
I'll take Lucas there.
What about you, ball game?
Wow, Jalen Hurts is.
I'll take Niang.
Insanity.
Yeah, we need to. Let me think. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Finish the offensive line.
Yeah, go ahead. But wait a minute. I have a question. Because we have Karras, we have Jones now.
You only got Karras for a year though.
I'm just thinking. We still got Dieter. So, quick question: Who's getting benched?
A whole bunch of people.
I'm starting to I'm cool with Niang. Someone said Hurts. Wow, hi, Big J doing big things. Said Hurts.
So you said Niang, Finsanity?
Yeah, but I'm really because
you kick Jesse Davis in the right guard.
Make them all compete. They all got to compete. So the bigger the room, the more competition you have at the position. They can field the best players on the team.
Yes, Karras can resign, but depending on what's in it, he might be getting offered a lot more money than what we want to pay.
I don't think he's a long-term solution.
Who's that?
Ted Karras.
No, I was just answering somebody's comment in the what's name. Someone said Curtis Weaver. That's interesting.
Weaver's intriguing at this point.
I'm sorry, Finsanity. Did you say yours?
Oh yeah, I went with Niang for 200, please.
Oh, Niang. Ian, what about you?
Scroll up, TD. Move up.
That's as high as it
You mean down? Scroll down.
I'm sorry, down. My bad.
No.
Shout out to Dudley Do Wrong in the comment section. What's up, homie?
We did not get Ruiz.
This guy's ripping through the draft to the names too.
I'm trying to think. What did we just take?
You still got Jake Fromm and Hurts on the board to save you from the Tua debacle.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we're at 70, right? We're at 70, right?
Yeah, we're at 70.
Took Winfield. Yeah.
Damn.
So far, the consensus is Lucas Niang. We got 3 votes.
I'm gonna go. You know me. I'm all. You know me. I love my defense. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna take a flyer on Curtis Weaver at this.
Curtis Weaver, nice. Esteban.
Man, I'm kind of torn here because I know that we need to start getting a project on the end, and Curtis Weaver does kind of fit that scheme that how EMZO is talking about schemes. So I understand why he went with Curtis. I think you can't lose with either one of these guys, Niang or Weaver.
So
But I got to go with we need more help in. I got to go with Niang.
Niang it is, but I like the Curtis Weaver movie. I would have actually considered that as well, but I would have still went O-line.
It's going to be very interesting when we got to pay all these young guys.
Opportunity to finish the O-line.
We got to pay all these young guys on our offensive line. It's going to be very interesting. I don't want to be stuck in a situation like Dallas.
And this is going to be our last pick in the 3-round mock draft. And we got to wait a while. Ooh, this is where we're going to be sitting there on day 2 like,
They're going to trade back up into the top 100.
Oh, wait, that's it.
Yeah, we're 70.
Yeah, we are 4th. We got – hold on. We picked 1 3rd-round pick?
Yeah, and then we picked a 141.
141, you're right. Man, it's like we got to wait forever at this point. I'm sure they're going to trade up still.
Beatis went to the Seahawks, huh?
About time they do something.
So this is what we came up with, ladies and gentlemen. This is our final mock draft. The Miami Dolphins select Tua Tagovailoa at number 5, the quarterback from Alabama, brittle as can be. Then at number 18, we select DeAndre Swift, the running back at 18 to go in the backfield with Jonathan Taylor and Kalen Ballage. Then you go offensive tackle to protect Tua Tagovailoa with Josh Jones at number 26 out of Houston. And then we go back to safety on the defensive end of the ball to replace Rashard Jones with Antoine Winfield out of Minnesota. Then we go with Raekwon Davis, the interior defensive lineman, the true nose.
He's gonna be a steal in this draft for somebody. I hope Miami gets him, but he's gonna be a steal.
The true nose tackle that Miami needs to stop the run game out of Alabama, and then they come back again to put more work in on the offensive line with Lucas Niang out of TCU. Guys, I need your grade on this draft in the comment section right now. Let us know, how do you feel about it? I'll tell you how I feel. We got a quarterback, which everybody wants. We have 2 tackles to protect that quarterback, quality pieces to protect the quarterback. And with the players we already have in the roster, I think we have enough in the middle of the offensive line to take care of business to make this a really good unit overall. We bring in some running back position where we were almost dead last in the league last year. And we also replaced the safety that we lost in Rashard Jones and get the true nose tackle. I must say, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually a draft that addresses every single need that we have.
It's not sexy, but it works.
I was
it don't have to be sexy as long as it's right.
It's not sexy, but it works.
I was not in agreement with all these picks, but when I step back and it's all said and done, I'm in love with it. We addressed every position. And we have 6 guys right here that should be starting, with the exception of DeAndre Swift. We don't know if he's going to be the starter. And Tua Tagovailoa, due to giving him the reps to be able to learn behind Fitzpatrick early on, and which isn't a bad thing. But everybody else on this board should be able to come into the Miami Dolphins locker room as starters day 1. What you all think about this?
Solid.
I hope they let the rookies work out.
What's that?
I hope they allow the rookies to come into like their facilities and work out because.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, like not. Because a lot of young guys on that offensive line, and I've always been about the chemistry of the offensive line. So just get those guys in, get them in conditioning, working out, getting stronger, tougher, and learning as much as possible. So that's why I was like, where is everyone getting moved at? That once we went and got another offensive lineman, my first thing was, well, who's odd man out? Because it looks nice, it looks good, but you still got Dieter, you got Karras, you got Davis, You just brought in Eric Flowers, so
But that's a luxury to
That's a
have
luxury.
being out. You know.
yeah.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see what they do with Michael Dieter. I mean, I don't think they're going to give up on him. But they just have to find a right spot for him. He's got a lot of talent, man. But if they go O-line heavy like that in the draft, you know, so many roster spots, so many spots that they have available for, you know, for linemen. So,
well, I mean, it's not hard to figure out right now. It would be based off of this. It would be you'd have Niang at right tackle, you'd have Jesse Davis back at guard, you'd have Karras at center, you'd have Flowers at left guard, and then you'd have you'd have Josh Jones at left tackle. I mean, it's really not that hard to.
No, I'm talking about in reality. I'm not talking about this mock draft. I'm talking about in reality.
I think the long-term plan is Dieter probably gonna wind up going to center. So.
You think so?
Because unless somehow in the next 2 to 3 seasons he just become an incredible Hulk. But you don't have to be over the top.
I think,
especially when you got monsters at guards on both sides of you. So
I think his skill set translates better to center. I said that from day one. I would start cross training him at center, but if they select the center, if they get him, and I'm hearing they're extremely high on Cesar Ruiz, they bring him in. I seriously doubt Dieter will be playing center if they select him. So
the other thing you guys got to think about too is even though it was a mock draft, now you guys see why they want to move up from 18 and they don't want to sit there at 18.
You want to go get one of those tackles.
You want to go get one of those tackles, man. Because if we got one of those top 4 tackles in that draft, everyone in the comments would be saying at least an A. Like I have it as a B because we didn't get one of the top 4 tackles.
I think the biggest thing is if we're doing it with who at 13?
San Francisco, I think.
Yeah.
San Francisco.
I don't see no issue with doing business with them. Yeah, they nobody.
But what are you giving up?
They already built, so they're gonna be right back in the position to contend again for next year. So trading with them don't hurt us.
But what do you give up? What do you give up to go from 18 to San Francisco's pick?
What you mean? Get the 13?
Yeah.
Give them the 18 in a second. I don't care.
Yeah, but then
there's only a.
But it ain't that big of a deal. That's only 5 spots. So
there's only a 250-point difference.
Right, so then you trade.
What's that? I don't have the in front
of me, but
yeah, the 56th is worth 340. The 70th is worth 240. So if you put the 70th with the 18th, that would probably actually get it done.
But then there you go, and we're right back up we're back in the top 15 again. That's where you want to be. In the top 15.
Yeah, because the 70th, if you add the 70th with the 18th, you're what? Yeah, you're dead on. You're at 1150. So
yeah.
Where are you going to get? When are you going to get another tackle in the 4th round?
What do you mean?
Well, we just got New England what? In
the 3rd. Yeah, but if you're giving up 18 and 70, you don't have Lucas Niang at 70 anymore.
We took him at 70?
Yeah.
Take him at 56.
Oh, you don't get
that's the thing. No, the thing is, if they're moving up for that, it's probably for one of the right tackles. So,
yeah,
we're the left tackle. That's the thing. The left tackle, you know what I mean? You can still get Josh Jones at 26, and you moved up and you got Jedrick Wills at 13.
It don't necessarily even have to be this year because San Francisco going to be right back in the mix again next year anyway. So the second pick we give them doesn't necessarily have to be one even from this year. It could be a second. It could be something next year.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have a 2nd or 3rd round pick, and they want picks desperately in those 2 rounds. So
I don't know. I mean, you just came out with a whole run, and you got a lot of contracts. I mean, they built now, bro. Like I don't know. I mean, could be looking at that team young too. Still,
Thank God we got a wide receiving core.
I said, yeah, wide receiver was like really
No,
not
I'm just
one
saying.
of
I'm
the.
just saying. Thank God that, like, because I mean, for
I
all the
agree.
holes we have and all these
I
things, like,
agree.
look at all the
I agree.
variables. Like,
I agree
because
100%.
personally, I want Dante Smith next year, off the rip. Like, but that's a personal preference because he's a Tide player and I just love his speed and his hands. But we're gonna get into that next year. But thank God this year we have one already. Preston, please come back and be the guy we saw in preseason.
That's the wild card that all of us better think about. Hoping that comes back.
And that's why Jerry Judy at 18 should have made even more sense.
If Isaiah Ford,
I hope he putting that.
Sorry about that.
All right, he running routes now. He's slow running routes now.
I hope he putting that work in, bro.
The only thing I don't like about this mock that we did was DeAndre Swift at 18.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I think that was too high.
Having another safety, having Antoine Winfield and another safety would have been
that's the best running back. He could be I think his skill level in terms of running backs, he's the Jerry Judy of running backs is what he is. So I don't think I don't want to select him at 18, but I don't think it's not a reach if that scenario actually plays out. Like if you're going by his skill level.
My favorite, it's no secret, my favorite in this draft is Jonathan Taylor. But when you're going by scheme fit and what they're going to want to pair with Jordan Howard, DeAndre Swift is the perfect complementary back to what they want to do with Jordan Howard.
He's perfect. He's what Jerry Judy is to the wide receiver class coming out this year.
And that's just because Jonathan Taylor hasn't shown he's as good of a pass catcher quite yet.
I'll be happy with either with Taylor or DeAndre Swift. But I just think, and reason we talked about this, the other day, Jonathan Taylor might have that skill set. It wasn't asked of him to the level that responsibility was not placed on him like it was DeAndre Swift. So DeAndre Swift consistently displayed that dimension on tape, but Jonathan Taylor hasn't. But he might have good hands. He might be able to run routes. He might. We just don't know. But I just think at that point, but it's not a reach for DeAndre Swift at 18 by any stretch.
Because Taylor,
you're not going to be asking him to run post corners and stuff. He just got to be able
the thing is,
Swift got too many miles and he's not a home run hitter.
Yeah, well, he has over 900. He has like 925 rushes, but
the
thing is, he's a swing and a screen guy, right? Whereas DeAndre Swift is actually a legitimate route runner, lined up in the slot, et cetera, and on the boundary at Georgia. So that's the difference.
He's Reggie Bush. He's Reggie.
If we selected Jerry Judy at 18 over DeAndre Swift, I'd be more ecstatic. He can be that good, but I'm not with Swift at 18, man. That's tough.
I mean, ideally, I don't want to take him at 18, but just because of we
couldn't trade up from 18 and take someone else.
Because the running back position has been devalued, obviously, in previous years. So ideally, I don't want to take him at 18, but again, that's my second. He might be my second most favorite player in this entire draft.
What about trading for OJ Howard?
Oh, I'm all over that. I think I'm the one that broke that story. Didn't I break that story on the stream? I think I broke that story. I've been banging on the table all year for that kid.
Where's the video, guys?
I am banging.
What would you have to give up?
I'd give him a second. I'd give him a second round pick, bro. I would.
Is he contract? Is he up for a contract?
Yeah.
Coming up, yeah.
And how much is he gonna be? How much is he gonna be wanting?
First year.
He ain't gonna take no discount. I know that.
I would love him though. I'm telling you.
There's a lot of guys out here.
Don't we come off of Wilson next year?
Albert Wilson
came off Wilson this year and be done with that.
No.
Yeah, I'm just saying. No. I mean, Wilson is going to eventually give you that money back.
Give him that $9 million. Give him that $9 million. But you know something? Reason we talked about this the other day. If we did trade him, I would get ahead of the curve. I would get out ahead of his contract situation and look to extend him like we did with Devontae Parker to get him at a more team-friendly deal. You know what I mean?
But listen,
I like Swift, man. I'm not in love with him like I am.
It says players traded for 4th-round picks in the last 3 seasons. Jarvis Landry, Eric Rowe, Joe Flacco, Demaryius Thomas, Reggie Ragland, Eli Apples, Ryan Tannehill, and AJ Bouye. and now Rob Gronkowski. So
start with
OJ Howard, is OJ Howard worth more than any of those guys?
I mean,
that's what's going right.
They just wait for money, right?
Wait. Go over the list again, ball game, real quick.
Jarvis Landry, Eric Rowe, Joe Flacco, Demaryius Thomas, Reggie Ragland, Eli Apple, and AJ Boye and Ryan Tannehill.
Yes. Yes.
So you only saying if I hadn't said Tannehill, you wouldn't be talking about yes.
No.
Yes.
No. This kid, we haven't even scratched the surface of this kid's potential. Okay.
Somebody else went for it. Who did somebody else went for a ridiculously low draft pick too though?
We might
Dunbar went for a fifth.
Dunbar, for a fifth, Dunbar went.
Dude, that's what I told someone on Twitter. I said, "Yo, I'll start at the 141st, and I'll offer a fifth or a fourth for him, man." And I just read an article not too long ago saying that the value on him isn't high, and the problem is people aren't looking at what he was, man. He doesn't get tight ends don't get utilized in a Bruce Arians offense, man.
Right.
And he's a way better blocker than Gesicki.
Yep.
And he's just as talented in open space and has great hands. So he could be a legitimate 3-down tight end, and we don't have one of those right now.
Listen, and we could turn around and he might turn out to be the tight end that we have been, dreaming for all these years, and then we can turn around and let Gesicki walk in free agency and collect the compensatory pick when his time is up.
You know what? You keep going with these bus tickets, man. You all about these bus tickets.
If the guy ain't the guy he liked, then let him go. Let him go. And Gesicki is what? Gesicki is going into what now? This is his third season.
Third year.
And this
really,
so far.
And based on what he's had around him to help him develop, bro, like really, you ready to give up on him right now?
No. I'm not saying give up on him.
But you're bringing in OJ Howard, right? You're bringing in OJ Howard.
Why can't you run tight end?
No. I'm not saying that. I didn't say. Listen, I think we discussed this already before. Having two solid tight ends on the roster is always a good thing because schematically it gives you more options. My question then becomes: there's only one football, so whose development gets stunted to some degree?
Who's to say their development has to stunt?
Okay, well, I mean, there's only one football. Now you got OJ Howard, so you got Devontae Parker, Preston Williams, Gesicki and OJ Howard on the field at one time, right?
Bro, that is crazy. That is sick, bro.
It is. I agree, it is, right? But you only got one football. All these alpha egos. All these alpha male egos.
As long as you don't have anybody crying for the
football. You got
football,
a solid tight end.
As long as you don't have people crying for the football, like Jarvis Landry, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, you're fine, bro.
The problem with Gesicki is he's not really taking that leap as a blocker, and that limits how much he's going to be on the field.
And Gesicki will be from what I'm hearing, as he's implemented into Penn
State too.
And let's be real, Gesicki is just a glorified wide receiver. That's all he is. And I'm a fan. I love Gesicki. But Howard is the more complete player.
Yeah, but a red zone tight end is not your number one tight end. You need a tight end who can block. And you can whisper, but you need a tight end who can do both, man.
Exactly. And that kid, and this kid, who?
Durham Smythe was supposed to be the blocking tight end.
Oh,
Durham Smythe.
Wow. That's what they drafted him, bro. That's the only reason they drafted
Durham Smythe. Wow.
Hey, listen, if you go back and look at the draft profile they had on him, that's the only thing that stood out on his whole profile.
Can I ask you something? What's gonna help you with play calling and disguising things? Having a guy out there who can do both? Or a guy,
I'm not disputing that.
Hold on. Or you got to take Gesicki out and you put Durham in and basically tip your hat.
I'm not disputing any of that. I'm just stating why Durham Smythe was brought in by the old regime. So yeah, he don't fit. He a one-trick pony. I said it when they drafted him, but he's there.
So at the end of the day, you don't want OJ Howard. You don't want them to make a trade.
Listen, I don't care. The question I asked is, what is he worth? What are you willing to give up for him?
I'm willing to go to a second round. I am willing to go to a second round pick.
I'm not giving a second round pick.
You got 4.
Especially based on what they're saying right now and what's already happened in terms of
no. Listen. If we can get him for 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th, absolutely, all day. But I'm just saying, based on this kid's talent, he drafted in the 17th overall for a reason. This kid is that kind of athlete. So you're already ahead of the curve in terms of value.
Josh was drafted number 10 too for a reason. Let's go there either.
I knew you were going there.
You can say the same thing,
Stop it, man. This kid is legit.
Yo, give me OJ for a 4th or a 5th and call it a day.
Hey, I want to switch gears real quick, and I'm gonna throw another name out there for y'all. What y'all think about Malik Hooker being out there on the trading block?
I like it.
I like that too. I like that.
He plays strong
late, and you can get him late round pick.
Yeah.
You can
get he plays strong safety. He can be our strong safety. I like that. I don't have no issue with that. Bring him on in.
Would you give up a first for him?
What?
A what?
Would you give up a first?
No.
Are you crazy?
A first?
Wait.
I mean, he's a former first round pick.
I don't care.
Give up a second.
You still got to pay him.
No, I'm talking about. Let's talk about one of those late round picks, man. I ain't giving up anything.
We're not giving it. No, we're not giving.
What do you think? What do you think he'll?
This isn't what I look like when I'm on a bad day.
What do you think they'll trade him for? What's the price?
He's going for a 5th or a 4th for sure.
Yeah. I would say that.
You got to level it up with Dunbar. Both secondary players. Dunbar, second highest rated PFF guy last year. So, and Dunbar is better, man. So, and he went for a 5th. So.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't no way we ain't gonna give him no second round pick for no OJ Howard.
No, we ain't
no. Listen, I'm saying, listen. I'm saying, listen. I am saying that that's as high I would go. If we get him for 3rd, 4th, 5th,
I ain't going fast. I ain't going past a late round 3rd.
Again, you sleeping on this kid's ability, bro. This kid is like, I'm telling you, he is. And again, that package that you referenced earlier with him and Gesicki and that 12 personnel package, that would be one of the most dynamic packages in the entire NFL. The production that we were getting that production right there.
You could put Gesicki in the slot. You could put Gesicki in the slot if you.
Oh my God, bro! Because again, you can't cover this Gesicki or OJ Howard with a linebacker. You're gonna have to bring in a defensive back to cover them. And once you got you
outside, they out leverage you all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, man, I'm just salivating at the thought of that kid, us getting him and pairing him and Gesicki in that 12 personnel package. I'm telling you, it would be unbelievable, unreal. So you sleeping on this kid's ability, bro.
Ask Gesicki.
I don't have a problem with OJ Howard.
All you do is ask Gesicki to be your Aaron Hernandez. That's all you do. You ask him.
I watch the trends. I watched the trends, and a second round pick for him is way too high.
Yeah, that's too high. I'm not giving a second.
It's way too high.
I don't. Well,
he got drafted in the 1st. He hasn't.
He's been underutilized.
He's been
underutilized for sure.
Underutilized. Yeah.
I think he had one good. I think he hasn't been a bust, but I mean he had one really, really productive year.
Okay,
again, that's when he was
drafted first.
No. Can I finish my point? Can I finish my point, man? I'm saying, listen, it wasn't because of him being a bust. He was prioritized the year he had a big year. He was prioritized in their scheme that year. The other years that he had subpar years compared to that one, he wasn't prioritized. But if you get him,
Mike Evans is a bigger priority than OJ Howard.
Well, that's just the nature of the NFL. The wide receiver is always prioritized over the tight end. Okay, I get that. I understand. But I'm just telling you, I would make an investment, second round investment on this kid. This kid, I'm telling you, his ability is off the charts. And that dude, I'm telling you, man, that would be our rookie's best friend, our rookie quarterback's best friend. So make it happen. That's another one. Flores, if you listening, homie, please make that happen. Within reason now. Within reason.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. If you can get some of these players for like 3rd, 4th, and 5th round draft picks, why aren't we like all on it?
There's something about them, man. That you just don't. I mean, you don't like every shirt you see in the store, right? On the rack.
But some of these guys you definitely like.
A reason left.
It probably went out on them.
I think what I get out of it is you got guys that you draft. If they have the potential to turn it on quicker, sooner rather than later, you have them on your roster longer. That's just plain and simple for me. That's what I would like about drafting somebody opposed to. But if you want to compete right away, you gotta slide some guys like that into your roster. So you got to balance it out.
And I'm not saying go out and play Madden Ultimate Team. I'm talking about making smart, strategic moves. That would be a very smart investment of the Miami Dolphins, make it in a player like that, especially scheme-wise. It just gives you so much flexibility, so much. So that would be a smart, strategic move for them to make if they decide to go in that direction.
Man, I think draft day is going to be full of fireworks, man. Draft day is going to be full of fireworks. I think that the Miami Dolphins are going to be involved in trades with current players. They're going to be involved in a move up, possibly the 18th pick, moved up, because I think that they want one of these top offensive linemen. It's hard for me to believe that they want to pass that up. I think that
I hope they're aggressive, moving up from the back end into the end of the first round, second round, third round area. Because again, I said this on the other day when we were on the stream the other day, that the bottom of the first half, second round, third round, that's the sweet spot to addressing all of our needs in this draft. That's the sweet. I would even look for, even in terms of mortgaging some of those second round picks this year, because I think you can solve all address on paper now. Now, still they have to go out and perform, but on paper, if you get an additional second round pick, you get an additional third round pick, you can address whatever remaining issues we have on our roster with that capital. So I'm hoping in terms of I hope they're aggressive, moving up into that, into the third round again.
They got to balance all that based on the money we got left. So that's going to dictate a lot too.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true. They didn't think
they're gonna have to leave. Well, what's left? I think they without to be truthful with you, if we do pick 3 picks in the first round and take the 2 seconds, I mean that's gonna be a huge. Well, that's gonna be a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, it's only gonna be big money with the 18th and in the 5th overall pick.
If we take 14 picks, the money we got to allocate is around 18 million to our draft. And we got 22 and a half reasons. Yeah, exactly.
We have how much? We have how much?
22 and a half.
Well, we're all in agreement. Albert Wilson is coming off the books. It's just a matter of time, bro.
Listen, it might be a little more than that though if we move up from 18 to in the top 10 again.
Well, yeah, if they move,
I'll be adding another 2 million on that.
So a lot of what they do is going to be dictated off of the money that you got available too. Yeah. So
that's why Albert Wilson is like, man, like what's going on? Maybe he's going to be a draft day trade in a package to help us move up from 18. We got to consider that as well. All of these things are options, man. A few things, guys. So I want to reiterate Thursday night. 7 p.m. we'll be here on TD Talk. It's going down, the draft party. That's the pre-draft party at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. I can't wait. I'm excited. TD Talk will not be live tomorrow unless there is breaking news because I'm getting ready for the draft. Reason, what time are you all going to be going in tomorrow?
Probably like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing our mock draft.
Okay, 8 or 9?
Yeah, I'll let people know tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, so y'all be looking out for that one. Between maybe 7, 8, 9. It just depends. But Reason will drop the link. Make sure you go check out his channel right now. Finside, the NFL, him and EM, they be over there doing their thing, man. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and check it out. Listen, man, it's going down, man. Time is running out. All the speculation, all the rumors, all the arguing, All
of this foolishness is gonna be settled Thursday night.
And the great words of Vince Carter is over.
A year's worth of buffoonery. A year's worth of buffoonery is gonna be settled on Thursday.
First time this kid get on the field and he get hurt, I'm coming to your front doorstep. It's gonna be on. It's gonna be on. He better be Superman.
Hey, ball game, you come to my door with that foolishness, bro. I'm gonna introduce you to my best friend, Greenie.
Oh, hey, you better believe
my best friend.
I'm coming with my girls. Don't get it twisted. I'm coming with the twins, baby.
My best friend, I call him Greenie. That's my boy.
I don't knock on the other grown man door unless I'm ready for the show to do what it do.
All right, I hear you, homie.
I ain't crazy. I know how you get down. I know how y'all do it in Texas.
I know one thing, man. We all gonna be ready on Thursday night, man. Y'all get this last bit of Dolphin love in tomorrow night on Finside the NFL here on YouTube. You'll see Reason and Ian, man. Y'all get the last bit of Dolphin love you can before it goes down, man. Don't miss out tomorrow night.
And guys, we're gonna do all 7 rounds. So and we're gonna do some trades. We're gonna be moving up a little bit. So it's going down.
That's right. Going to take Chase Young. That's what I'm talking about. Why we just can't take number 5 to Tennessee and bring Tannehill back home, man. But I'll get off of that, man. I'll get off
Oh, one thing I forgot. We forgot to bring this up, Reason. We talked about this earlier.
Uh-oh.
Did you hear the report about Miami's doctors clearing Tua?
Yes, bring it up.
They the Miami Dolphins doctors gave him a clean bill of health. Yeah. There is minimal concern long term of him sustaining that same injury.
What I said was true. Our team doctor was in Tennessee. I knew I wasn't tripping when I heard that.
Well, we also had a doctor get in on him at the combine. One of our doctors did check him out.
So does that change anything? Because we didn't care if he had a clean bill of health. We just cared about his proneness to injury.
Listen,
no. We're talking about that. What that does is that gives you that substantiates the potential 5th pick.
Listen, whatever makes you feel better for this justification. EM gonna be doing a mock draft on Friday, picking Tua because he gonna miss out on Thursday.
Hey, listen, TD, homie, listen. Prepare yourself, bro. Telling you to. We have been telling you all year. We have been telling y'all all year.
Yes, I'm saying it.
Tua is, and Tua will be the target on Thursday night. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, I'm okay with drafting Tua, bro. But listen, if it happens, man, if Cincinnati passes on Burrow, I expect Miami to be aggressive and go grab him, man. That's all I gotta say, man. I mean, I still ain't giving up hope on Burrow, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man.
You know what though? To be honest with you, I mean, I can't get mad at that because the dude's tape is off the charts. I prefer Tua. I think Tua is, I obviously my grade on Tua is higher than everybody's, but Burrow is my second guy. You can't deny the man's tape. Like Chris said, the tape defines a player, and what that dude put on tape consistently from week 1 till the national championship game last year, you cannot deny that what he put on tape last year. You can't.
Did y'all hear what Fiedler came out and said today? Jay Fiedler said exactly what he echoed exactly what I've been saying, man. He said he didn't recognize this guy until game 2 of the season, and he watched every game from then on. It's almost like, was this guy listening to our stream?
Dude, I tuned in to watch Sam Ellinger, and I ended up staying for Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Did you see that Sam is actually like a potential Heisman candidate? I just looked at that like you couldn't do it with
for next year.
Yeah, you couldn't do it with Duvernay and Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you ain't gonna do it. No.
Why? And he's like a favorite. I'm like,
Dolphin Nation, prepare yourself.
Listen,
prepare yourself.
Before we get
I'm saying.
Before we get out of here, if you guys could do me one huge favor, all jokes aside, can you let everybody know one thing that you're thankful for? We can start with Mr. Ballgame.
My health and the health of my family and the health of my FGQPMHS family.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Finsanity?
Yeah, just to echo that, health, being able to share this moment with you guys, having Finside the NFL, having another outlet for Miami Dolphins talk and knowledge. That's I'm really grateful for what you guys are doing over there, because it's really valuable stuff. Some people just get on, just to talk and just to do it, to pass the time. But you guys, you can tell the hard work that you guys put into each and every single show that you guys do. And that's the only reason why I tune in.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome, guys. On your TV.
I'm echoing that as well. Just glad, for my family's health, man. Everybody's healthy, and it's a struggle, but it can get worse. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful every day that I look at some people's families about how this virus has, directly impacted, just decimated their families. You know what I mean? Just a neighbor of mine, 3 houses down, telling TD that a couple weeks ago. And it can get a lot worse. So people, I know it's a struggle. I struggle with it every day. Like I walked in AutoZone today. I was in DeSoto. I was working. Might be getting a little too personal here, but I walked in and I haven't, gotten to the point where I'm wearing a mask like everybody else is. So I walked in. I walked in that AutoZone today, and they would not let me in because I didn't have a mask on over my face. I said, "Is this the Twilight Zone or what?" And I peeked in, and everybody had a mask on. Everybody, and I was like, "It's just, it feels like a bad dream." But anyway, with that being said, I'm still grateful because it can be a lot worse.
It's light, man. This is light compared to a lot of what I seen when I was in the military. I've been in some places where you couldn't.
Oh yeah, I can imagine, bro.
They saying they giving us 6 feet. Well, there's places that I went to where that you wasn't allowed to be within 25, 30 feet of each other, and you had to have on contamination suits. So it's serious, but it's a light compared to places that the Lord has brought me back from, and my fellow comrades and stuff that I've seen. So we just happen to be here in the United States. We don't get a lot of this stuff don't happen. We don't get to see a lot of what happens in a lot of these other third world countries. They're dealing with it on a consistent basis, like
on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So
that's why I'm saying it can be worse.
For us.
That's what I'm saying. Be grateful for what you have, because it can be a lot worse. It can get much uglier real quick. So with that being said, man, it's tough, but we'll get through it.
Absolutely.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm thankful for all the Jersey fan base and for the new era that we all get to go into as Dolphin fans. Hopefully, we really act, because we gotta let, after the draft, all things are old. Looking forward to all things new. Press towards the mark. Dolphins, go out there and give it to us.
Yeah, I like Queen Latifah. She's from Jersey.
Esteban, what you thankful for, man?
Man, I'm thankful for my family. And as far as you guys, I'm thankful for y'all, man. I want to compliment each and every one of y'all for the passion y'all show on y'all's platforms. And all y'all's opinions, man, from TD to Ball Game, Finsanity, Reason, EM. At least y'all are honest and passionate about what y'all say. I wanted to say something about, I think it was a week ago, man. I was out at work, and I know some guy was just kind of Joe Schmoing about this virus, man. Dude, I take this thing serious, and TD gave an opinion. He was real passionate about him, and I applaud him for what he said, because he had the backbone to stick up for what he believed in. And dude, if you didn't do that, TD, I think I would lose respect for you for not saying something. I'm glad you did, dude. You definitely get a point in my mind for that. And if people don't agree with what you had to say, forget them, bro. You know what I mean? You don't want that kind of support anyways. The last thing I want to say is I take it serious, because when I go to work, man, I go into work in the morning. Dude, I wear a mask everywhere, bro. And when I see people that don't have masks, I'm just like, dude, you're crazy, man. Honestly, it got to the point to where before I come into my house, man, the shoes I went out with, they'll never come inside my house. The clothes that I wore that day, as soon as I get in, dude, it goes right into the washer. I already have my clothes ready to go. I go upstairs and I rinse off, man. Bro, we wipe down groceries. We go to the grocery store. It doesn't leak.
Yeah, my wife does that. My wife does that. Yeah.
I take dude. I went to get 2 cans of paint, bro, yesterday, and I sprayed down my little basket. You know, the little carry basket. It was filthy, man. Dude, I took me some bleach water mix that I got, and I sprayed it all down. I wiped it all down. I wiped down my paint buckets, everything, bro, everything before it even comes into my house, man. I take it very serious, man. Like I'll be honest, man. I don't fear it. I believe in God, bro. I believe in God, and I believe if you got God in you, man, He'll fight the virus for you, bro. That's just my honest opinion, just depending on how far your faith is. But I'll be honest, man. One of the things I've been doing to just kind of pass the time is if you go back to a period of time where it was more serious, the only thing I can think of is World War, man. It's like 6 million people died. They didn't have nothing to do with the war. So that's the only thing I can think of, man. Besides, dude, this is like global, bro. This has never happened. So I just apply. I'm getting back to the point that I was trying to make about TD being passionate about, you know, his opinion and how he expressed it. I don't feel there's anything wrong about what you said. So that's what I got to say.
I appreciate
what makes it scary is that they don't have a cure for it, but over 600,000 people died last year from the common flu.
Hey, bro, I'll be honest, man. I thought I had it, man. I mowed my lawn, and there's it was allergy season, and I was having trouble breathing, man, dude. You know, it's so serious that unless you have definite symptoms, even if you just think you got it and you want to go get tested for it, there's not enough tests, bro. You can't even go get tested.
Hey,
the people get tested in the medical field.
That's funny because I've got a friend, a close friend of the family. She got sick back in November or December. I mean, to the point where she had to go to the, rush to the emergency room, could not breathe, anything. And she just gradually got better and got over it and kicked it. And she thinks she had it. She thinks that she had it because they couldn't give her an exact diagnosis. They was like, well, you got flu-like symptoms, but we just really can't. They couldn't really put their finger on what it actually was. And again, she just gradually got better, and she thinks she had it. I've been hearing a lot of stories from people, just like seeing on stories on YouTube and social media, that a lot of people got sick back in October, November, December with those same symptoms, but they just recovered from it. They kicked it.
Man, adding to or just relating to what EM just said, bro. Like I just lost my aunt a few months ago, and I remember we did a stream when it happened, and it was awesome to be able to do that because we were going through that. But a lot of the symptoms that she had are a lot of the symptoms that you get with this virus. It's just they hadn't identified it because it was at the beginning of February. And there's an expert that was studying this. I just go out and say it, man. I listened to the Rogan podcast. This expert was on there. And he was saying that they had identified this back in November, and he was warning everybody about it. And he said that that's when it was going to be a pandemic, was at the end of February, beginning of March, man. So a lot of the symptoms that my aunt had, man, she had an autoimmune disorder. They had her on ventilators. They had her on a big one, moved her to a small one. They thought she was going to get better. She ended up passing away. They were saying it was pneumonia, dude. But I know somebody that came down from the same state she was at when she caught it, which was Colorado. And it's just the irony, bro. Like, we could never prove that that's what it was. But as soon as they started talking about the symptoms, everything happened. That's what I started going back to. I wonder if she caught that, man. Because
I'm gonna blow your mind for a second. 2016. What that boy name is? Gates. Right, the Microsoft dude, right?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Walked
you go
away
back further.
Well, he did a TED talk. He did a TED talk on it.
Yeah.
He said he said in his thing that he was moving to philanthropy, but at the same time, what was going to happen was going to be something global scale, just like this. He predicted it. He said, and it wouldn't.
And it's crazy. And it's crazy. Allegedly, now he has the patents for the potential vaccine of this virus,
right?
Allegedly, but not just Bill Gates. I even heard Barack Obama, an interview with him from 5 years ago. He basically was saying the exact same thing 5 years ago of what was coming. So I don't know. Again, I'm a conspiracy. I'm a conspiracy theorist by heart.
You don't have to be, man. Hey, listen, if you know what I know, you know what I mean. There's been a global battle for supremacy at the top. There's no
ball game. What did JFK warn everyone about? The industrial military complex. And then it wasn't much longer after. It was bye-bye JFK.
TD, I know you sweating bullets right now.
I am sweating bullets because I'm setting up, and on Thursday I'm gonna be like, "Where my panelists?"
Hey, my brother works in
and the crazy part is that if people ain't watching, man, you better watch. China they secured one of the largest ports in Africa. They've been buying up all that land over there. They've been buying up a whole lot of land in Africa.
Yeah, they've been buying up Africa for a while now, for about 20 years now.
They just secured the largest port in the world. It's.
I think something. Me personally, I know a lot.
One thing a lot of people don't know. China also has ghost cities. They built. You take any country and look at their biggest city, right? I don't care. You can look at Dallas, Fort Worth, the downtown area, wherever y'all live, your biggest city with high rises and everything. China has a few ghost cities, which literally they have a whole downtown high rises and everything, and nobody lives there. They have a few of those, and it's kind of crazy. It's almost like preparing for something. It's just weird, man. Let's keep it moving, man. What are you thankful for, man?
I'm as everyone else, I'm thankful for my family's health, my friends' health, all of your guys' health, but I'm also thankful for all of you individually. I think you guys, we've created a FINS family here, which I love, man. I love talking with all you guys, sharing each other's opinions, ideas, scenarios, hypotheticals. It's something I look forward to with all of you guys. And I'm also very thankful for everyone in the comments section, because without them, we wouldn't really be here, and we wouldn't have a lot of people to really kind of be that voice to. So I'm thankful for all of you guys on the panel in the comments, and I'm also very thankful for the left arm of God, Tuatong Valoa.
Hey, when the Dolphins make their selection on Thursday,
you couldn't help yourself, huh?
Hey, we have something special planned. We've got a real treat for you when they make that selection come Thursday.
All right.
There, we've got something special.
I'm
not going to name any names, but it's going to be a real treat. So keep that in mind.
Man, listen, y'all. I want to tell y'all what I'm thankful for. I'm also me in general. I'm thankful for my mom and dad that has always prayed for me in my life, even during the time where they've always covered me, even during the time in my life where I wasn't covering myself. I thank God for my wife, who supported me since the day that we met, and always had my back and believed in my aspirations and my dreams, and continue to this day. I thank God for my entire family and my Fin family as well. The 8,366 people subscribed to the channel. We built a family over here, and it continues to grow exponentially. I'm thankful for you guys on the screen right now for riding with me, man.
Me too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
This is a rare.
I feel so special right now.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
I'm gonna make you feel even better. This is a rare moment of sincerity. I'm serious when I say I appreciate every single one of you all on the stream right now. Y'all helped me elevate this channel to a level that I couldn't have even imagined so fast at this point. The knowledge that you all bring, the insight in general that you bring to those who watch, the dedication, the love, the passion, the desire to, trust the colors over any and everything, man. And I honor you guys for that, and I appreciate you all for that, because you know your stuff. Not only do you know your stuff, you're passionate about it and you believe in it, and you're guys, you all are leaders in this family as well, man. And I thank y'all, even silently every single day for what y'all bring forth on this channel, not just for the channel, but how you all help this family grow overall, man. And I'm even more excited at the simple fact, like hearing Reason and EM at doing their thing on another platform as well. That's like the family branching off, and we got another home, y'all. We got another home on Finside the NFL, and that's just amazing to me. It's really next level to me, and it inspires me, honestly, guys. It inspires me because
T3 coming soon, TD.
T3?
Yeah.
That's you?
That's me and my sons.
All game? It's even more inspiration, man. Even more inspiration, man.
I was trying to watch one of your lives one day, ball game, but it kept buffering.
This is what it's about, guys. This is what it's about, man. Just building something larger than TD Fins Talk. It's larger than that. It's not about TD Fins Talk. It's about our family, man. And we're going to show love and support to every single avenue. Yes, sir.
TD, one last thing. I will say this, though, to be honest with you. If I can be transparent for a minute.
Oh, gosh.
I tell you, hey, listen. If the world only knew, if they could see our private conversations between me, Ball Game, Reason, and TD on a daily basis, I tell you, it is must-see TV. Man, I tell you, but I'm grateful because we go at it. Me and Reason, I'm telling you, we've hung up on each other. We went at it, over the game of football, have disagreements. Honestly, me and Ball Game, we go at it. We're gonna continue to go at it, and we all know what TD, our relationship is. So, but at the end of the day, we're all brothers, and we're all friends. I tell people all the time, I've never met I've never seen one of these guys face to face, but I look upon them as brothers and friends, and I tell you, your platform, TD, made all that a reality, and it's just. It's all love, bro. It's all love.
It's about the relationships, bro. I've built. I can't even believe in my life the relationships that I built. I know that I chat with you guys all day. Me and Finsanity chat all the time. Esteban, I'm still waiting on that email, man. Esteban don't want us talking to him, by the way, y'all.
Hey, man, I emailed you like 2-3 days ago.
I gotta go check it out, man. I'm 5 days behind.
It's got my first name and last name.
All right, I got you, bro. But nah, man. And not only that, man. It's all the people guys. It's the people who send me messages on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, email. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, and I don't want anyone to ever think that I'm being rude when I don't respond until like 10 days later. Trust me, if you understood my inboxes, it's a blessing I'm responding. I promise y'all that. And I try my very best. And I know I'm short and blunt, but I'll be looking at 100 messages. Hey, TD, what you think about that? I like it. Hey, but it's hard. So please understand, I'm not trying to brush you off, guys. Shout out to the Patreon members, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all help me on a whole nother scale. We're almost at 30 Patreons, by the way, right now. We're at, I believe, 29. We're almost at 30 Patreons. And shout out to those who give a monetary gift on a daily basis, on a monthly basis to help this channel do bigger and better things. I think y'all will be excited and proud on Thursday. I can't wait to Thursday. I can't wait. But anyway, shout out to Vic. I see you, Vic. But shout out to everybody who showed their love and support, man. I already know I'm missing out on some people. It makes me want to name everybody I can. Elder Bruce Jones, East 007. Man,
DM fans.
Hey, I got
his number one fan.
My boy Joe
Graven.
I got something. So I want to make sure I say this because I definitely don't want to be in the doghouse. But I'm not the man I am today without the support of that beautiful wife of mine. So I don't often talk about, I don't talk about my family much, but then we're still on these two separate coasts, man. But what I'm saying, if I wasn't married to the woman I'm married to, man, I don't think I could have ever been able to do this because I draw my strength from her and she draw hers from me. So I just want to say shout out to my wife Kim. I love you to the moon and back, and to the other side of the universe. Yeah, man. Whenever she finally get here, man, we'll get it all together. Y'all can see my
all
queen.
y'all are married, right?
Yeah.
I think all of y'all are married, right? I think I'm the only one that's not married.
Hey, ball game. Hey man, I share the same sentiment as he does. I'm in the doghouse right now though, y'all, because I mixed in some orange teal in the upstairs living room. She wasn't happy about that this morning. You know that paint that I told you I wouldn't picked up, man. We agreed on the teal, but you know what I mean. I snuck some orange in there, and she wasn't happy about it.
Hey, do you think Esteban? Tell her Dolphins first, white second.
Yeah, I gotta go back and paint back over, bro. I wasn't happy about that. We'll leave it up to the draft though. So,
but that's what's up, man. It's about the relationships, man. I'm excited that you all could even meet each other. EM met Reason through TDPHINSTALK, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
We all everybody met each other through TDPHINSTALK. It's not many people who conversate on here that already know each other. That's the beautiful part about it. It's relationships. We're building relationships over here, man. So I thank everybody.
Hey, you want to know something funny? Think about this though. I was out. I was at my parents' house, and that was on a Monday, and my mom wanted me to stay over to Tuesday because we were out. And I was like, well, I left my stuff at the house. And she was like, what stuff for what? I was like, cuz we got a panel on Tuesday. And she was like, you're going to leave us to go back down just to be on the panel? I was like, Mom, that's my family too. She was like, what?
Yeah.
Hey, dog ain't gonna have us in the doghouse, man.
She understood though. You know what I'm saying? Because she know when I'm passionate about something.
Absolutely.
That, you know what I'm saying? I'm all in on it. So like,
and I know I don't want to keep on just babbing all night, but I got to speak on that too real quick, man. The passion that we all have. Some people don't realize that, and I can't speak for any of these individuals that you see right now, but I can speak for myself. Things like this can also be therapy, guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely therapy for me.
There's people who are watching, and by watching us is therapy. Do you realize what other people can be doing, but they look forward to tuning into a live stream at night, talking about something they love? There are so many. Idle mind is the devil's playground. Absolutely. And at the end of the day, man, this is there's people who have thoughts in their mind, bad thoughts. I've gotten emails, bro. I've contemplated no longer being on this earth, but ever since I've been listening to you, I just feel a little better about myself. And y'all don't understand how those type of things touch me in a whole different way. You know, the emails I get, y'all, it's inspiring. It's inspiring, and I need y'all to understand. As much as people say, "Oh, it's because of you, TD," I thank you, TD. I think, man, you're this and you're that. First of all, I'm not the type of person that love praise. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know y'all think I'm always trying to be right, but I am not a praise type person. I'm good with going. I'm good. I'm good.
That's where you lost me. That's where you lost me there, bro.
I'm good.
That's where you lost me there, homie.
I'm good with getting the
answer
answer right.
There.
I'm good with getting the answer right and saying EM said it first. Make him look at her. But that's just who I am. But the true source of whatever y'all enjoy about this channel is all of us. I'm going to say that one more time. The true source of what y'all enjoy about this channel is the combination of all of us. The people you see on the screen, the people that are in the comment section. Do you know that somebody's listening right now saying, I'm about to hit the subscribe button because the comment section is jumping and these people are having fun and this is what I want to be a part of. It's not so they can see my face. Some of y'all don't like me anyway. But we're a family, man. And at the end of the day, man, I'm enjoying it. And I just want our family to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, man, because the potential for what we can build over here is exponential. And the potential of what can be built as a result of what we do over here is amazing. T3, Inside the NFL, all of that, the potential of the things that can happen are endless, man, and I'm supporting it all. And don't ever think I won't, no matter what. All right. So thank y'all for tuning in to TD Fins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Not that anybody else don't have real Dolphin fans, but I know that the fans we have over here are real. So I feel good by saying this is the home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I love y'all. Don't forget to tune in to Finside the NFL tomorrow night, 8, 9 o'clock. Reason and EM, they're gonna do their thing. Last time you get this good content before we select
Thank
our
God.
because
Thank God.
after this week, we hitting the ground running again. It's like a billion things to talk about: player profiles, team fit, schemes, more arguing about what's best for the team, and it's coming, y'all.
Fins up all day, every day, baby.
We still got 226 people ride with us. Let's see it in the comment section. If you love what's happening,
fins up all day, every day.
Load the comment section right now with your fins up, man. Let's show love and support to each other.
All day,
we here for each other.
Day.
Fins up the comment section right now. I gotta see it before we get out of here. I want to see the chat running, man. Fins up. There we go. There we go. Fins up, baby. Up, fins up, fins up. Infinite Trauma, thank you. Matthew Coran, thank you. Brian Terry, thank you. Juan, thank you. Dominic, thank you. Clemente, thank you. Steve, thank you. Powerhouse, Sharif, man, all y'all, everybody, we thank y'all, man. Thank you guys too. Any last words before we get out of here?
Nah, I'm good, man. Love y'all, man. Hey, Kevin and Isaiah, I know y'all watching the stream. Call me.
Yes, hey, let's get it rolling,
y'all be
man.
Safe. Everybody be safe out there.
I love all my brothers, and I love Jersey. So
all day, every day.
And we'll see some of you guys tomorrow night around 9 o'clock inside the NFL. Check it out, guys.
9 o'clock. Do not miss it, guys.
And have your sparkling size.
All day, every day.
Every single day, guys. So make sure y'all